Welcome once again and almost the final time to Red vs. Blue. For the fourth time, yeah. We're almost done, don't worry. But yeah, welcome to genuinely one of the saddest trilogies, emotion-wise. The last season really hits hard emotionally, and to an extent, most people don't say everything after this is not canon, and given a certain movie, it isn't. But I'll still talk about it to show the genuine downfall of Rooster Teeth there. Hold on. Gotta cover the aquarium real quick. Anyways, But anyways, just how amazing this is. But we have finally have a good ending. Well, kind of. Good, kind of long story, but I digress. We will get to that later. And we'll get a okay ending in the next video. After that, we're back to my usual content, from jumping from one game to another based off whatever I'm interested in and their placement on the list. Yeah, I know. Sorry for uploads being a bit slow and me not doing as much. Just know, it's not because I don't have anything. It's because I have just go over the projects that are literally currently active. 3. You want to know how many projects I have all together? 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. 8 videos on the back burner. One of them is being worked on. The other one I'm planning to do, and the other few I have to get the other stuff done first. And then there's fucking Silksong. Jesus Christ, Silksong has already consumed 15 gigabytes of my poor storage. So I'm sorry, we'll get back to the usual content soon. Anyways. Red vs. Blue, so let's talk about the thing I was going to. Anyways. This is the Chorus Trilogy, 3 seasons, all of which takes place on the planet of Chorus, which you probably guessed. After they got shipwrecked, I'll talk about that soon. But I'll also mention Season 14 and talk about it because some of the insane info and lore-wise we get kind of puts into perspective things that we either didn't think of or wasn't really explained well. We will never see, which I thought might be a new, and a villain that never came to pass. Anyways, I'll talk about that when we get there. And there's some lore that's kind of fucked, like really bad, shouldn't have been lore. But anyways, let's talk about this show. So season 11 starts with Wash doing a log, explaining that they crashed on the planet and how they're on low supplies, and wondering how long it'll take for them to be found. But he gets interrupted by the Reds shooting the tank at their wall to expand Red Base. Wash comes over and asks who let them use it, to which he yells at Tucker for letting Caboose even do that. And he tells him to keep an eye on Caboose and don't let him do this. Tucker, he gets more frustrated as the season goes on. It's kind of like Church during season 4? It's either 4 or 5. Like, as that season went on, he started to crash the fuck out. Anyways, and Griff is mad about lack of access to rations. Wash explains they need to not waste food. He gets the tank back and set up a training course, so they could stay in shape, Caboose is having an off day, which Caboose just kind of explains that he is sad, and that in his mind, that his best friend just kind of left without even a goodbye, which church being your friend is a bit of a stretch, even for a caboose enthusiast to say, but still, I kind of get what it's like to have a friend be like, you know what, I'm gone, no explanation, you're gone. Anyways, so Caboose is sad, and Wash tells him to go clear his mind, take a walk. So he goes his way. Sarge is still trying to renovate, and Caboose finds something interesting. Something in the rubble that he didn't expect. Turned out that Wash made a full-on obstacle course for Tucker. And it's really fucking funny. I loved that part. That was good. Anyways, Tucker is really starting to get pissed about the whole situation that has been going on. And Simmons is starting to go crazy because of how gross Griff is. Because Sarge kind of split Red Base in half so he can enjoy his programs. So Griff and Simmons, polar opposites, are kind of stuck in the same house. It's like it's like those old, those 80s like really shitty sitcoms where like they always have like two people, completely polar opposites, who say they're friends, but half the time you can tell when they speak to each other, it's just actors acting, and if this was real in any way, they would both try to kill each other immediately. Oddly specific, I know, but like, those early crappy 80s shows that always had that messy roommate and the clean roommate, and like either, because it was always during 3 time periods, there were 3 instances. It was always either brothers, roommates for college, and then people who lived together, that type of roommates. Anyways, I don't know, I just wanted to bring that up. Because my mom's been watching those, and right after she stopped watching them, right after she started watching them, I watched season 12. So I was like, oh, not season 12, but 11. And I was like, oh, it reminds me of something. Anyways. So, yeah. Wash is trying to fix the radio so he can call for help, send a distress signal. But he's missing some tools, of which, after getting back some of them from the Reds, he still can't find the welder, which Caboose has, and he is working on something in the rubble, something he found. So Red Base builds a brand new Mexican robot to replace Lopez. But because this robot doesn't immediately do whatever they ask for, they think 2.0, stupid name, I know, is, well, stupid. I know the feeling of calling technology stupid for not working. I know that feeling real well. So they head on to the radio tower to tell Wash the robot, can help. So 2.0 does this, and no one gives him credit. And he can't exactly complain because, well, he speaks Spanish, and they don't understand Spanish. Which is one thing that I've always had a problem with. Why the fuck does Wash not know Spanish? Like, you expect me to believe Project Freelancer didn't have a single Spanish-speaking member that would work with the freelancers at least once. And even then, I feel like knowing Spanish in like a multi-world government would be really fucking important, because if this random robot's basic settings are automatically on Spanish, I know this one is, Sarge said it that way, but originally when Lopez was made, like, if Spanish is your basic robot language that you use, then why the fuck does Wash not know Spanish? I feel like he should probably know Spanish. Like freelancers, I feel like they should. Wait. Carolina knows Spanish, doesn't she? Oh no, it wasn't Carolina, it was Locust. Like, Locust knows Spanish. Why the fuck does freelancers not know Spanish? Doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, no one knew he did it, but yeah, they managed to get in contact with Donut. They get excited that they're finally freed, and then Caboose says he is happy, apologizes for not introducing Freckles.
Is the first good news that we've had in a while. Hey everyone! Caboose! Where have you been?
Yeah, I went on a walk like you said, and now everything is gonna be good forever!
Told you so! Wait, Caboose, you were miserable. What happened?
Oh, now what are my manners? I haven't even introduced him.
Introduced who?
Freckles! Come! Everyone, I would like you to meet Freckles! Freckles! Say hello.
Enemy soldiers detected.
No, those aren't enemies, Freckles. Those are Griffin Tibbets. Our enemy.
Firing main cannons.
No! Bye, Freckles! Go!
Yes, Master.
Bye, Freckles. So, what are you guys up to?
So yeah, Caboose managed to repair this, and given what we've seen earlier, this robot was pretty banged up. So I think it's safe to say Caboose has some sort of like extremely intricate knowledge of robotics. And something about that, given previous comments, confused me, but whatever makes the best character known as Caboose better is fine by me, man. But like, earlier in the show, during season 6, the sergeant of the other blue base is like, the sergeant of Rat's Nest. Yeah, the blues were like, he just kept talking to things and they blow up. And I'm just like, explain to me how the fuck you can repair a mantis if this is anything like normal Halo lore. Mantises are pretty fucking hard to work on from what I've read. Keep in mind, I've read a few books and just kind of learn a lot of the stuff from YouTube and the wiki, because I'm not spending $50 on a book that I won't even fucking like for like an obscure lore tidbit. Because like, there are a few books I genuinely plan to get. Like, of course, I have The Fall of Reach, The Flood, and I got Halo Oblivion recently. I've been reading that. And like, Oblivion's fucking mid. I want to be honest. And I'm just like, man, there are so many more of these fucking books I gotta buy. It's not as bad as fucking Warhammer, man. I have to buy like 64 books to get the full scope. And most of them are so expensive, I'd have to sell my left nut to be able to afford them, man. Hold on. I'm gonna fact check myself on that. Not what I meant. Not what I meant. You cannot legally sell your balls. What do you mean? Okay, hypothetically, you can sell one. I can technically sell one of my balls for $30,000. In theory, if I was to sell one, I could get like around $30,000, and that can get me like half a army in war. I'm just fucking with you guys. But genuinely, if I was, I could be able to afford stuff, but I'm not. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, red versus blue. Anyways, given like previous things being said, like Caboose should be pretty proficient. Unless if he somehow learned this skill while in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere. It's always possible. But anyways. It turns out someone is screening their calls. A strange soldier. So, Sarge tells Simmons and Griff to spy on the Blues after the whole Freckles situation. And Simmons, upon seeing their bases clean, decides to go spy on them. Why am I doing fucking air quotes? He's not actually spying on them. In reality, Simmons doesn't want to go to the dirty hellhole that is Griff's living conditions. So Simmons parts way with Griff and decides to live with the Blues. This reminds me of a story a friend told me. I don't know if it was 5 or 10 years ago. There was this senior. I think it was a year or two ago. There was this senior at our school, and he was a bit of a stinky guy, right? Well, one day he comes to school smelling amazing, and my friend's like, did you figure out what deodorant was? And he was like, no. My girlfriend's living conditions were so bad that no matter how hard I cleaned, I literally couldn't keep up with how messy it got. And between work, I didn't have enough time to clean, but I dumped her, so now I have time to do stuff. And I was like, oh. What the fuck? I don't know. When I was watching this season, that part kind of reminded me, because he told me a little bit about that situation, and I was just like, wow. What in the fuck? I didn't need to know that information, but thank you. But anyways, back to the show. I don't know. It's just I wanted to mention that story because it kind of relates. You know what I mean? And it gives you guys something other than hearing me recap a show to think about. You know what I mean? Anyways, Griff tells Sarge about this, and they get ready for a fight. You know, to get Simmons back. And Tucker and Wash are already arguing. So when the Reds comes in, tension is at a maximum. Turns out Donut got promoted to commanding officer. Because of a No, Donut. Not Donut. Caboose gets promoted to commanding officer because of a sarcastic remark. And as things reach their maximum, Donut. Why do I keep saying no? Caboose's first act as blue leaders, making Simmons a blue soldier. Sarge gets the Jeep blown up, and as tension is at its highest, in comes Donut, assisted by Doc and Lopez. After they learn Donut told the ship to leave, they beat him to near death. Neat. After that, the tension is definitely back to normal. But the blue base being run by Caboose, which is definitely an interesting thing. So Simmons does his thing. Caboose asks Wash what they should do, so Wash says they need to work on the radio tower. Caboose tasks Tucker with it, while Wash, because he is a freelancer, he told Wash to make sure there are no bad guys. Sarge wants to destroy Freckles or get a bigger gun. Because, I mean, what did you think from the man who probably uses Simmons' old skull as a bolt? Remember, he's a cyborg. I know it doesn't get brought up often, but he's not like a cyborg. But yeah, Sarge is definitely the type of guy to either have like a bigger gun or destroy whoever's gun is bigger. I mean, he's the type of guy to buy like the gun of an A-10 Warthog for home defense, I say in air quotes. Anyways, so they go into the crashed ship to find a bigger gun, And there's a strange soldier that is making sure no one finds out where they are. Wash is confused by the Galactic Positioning System, GPS, yes, I know, funny name, hasn't informed anyone of where they are, especially given the tech that was on the ship. I bet it has something to do with the people watching them. The Reds find teleportation grenades, and Sarge, well, he finds something massive. I'll let it speak for itself. Massive.
Oh, I am taking these.
Sarge, you'll never guess what we found.
Son, you could have found a laser-guided napalm shark. I still wouldn't care.
What?
You know that feeling you get when you see a pretty girl on the first day of school? You're not quite sure what to do, but your instincts just take over and you smile at her. And she smiles back. And suddenly the world is a brand new place, and your stomach is all full of twists and twirls.
Yeah?
Well, boys, I got that feeling right now.
Holy shit.
Except imagine that pretty girl at school is armor-plated with a titanium polyalloy and outfitted with 50mm cannons and ammo for days.
She sounds pretty high maintenance.
She sounds like I need a safe word to date her.
Oh, yeah.
So how will we get it out of the ship?
Teleportation cubes, anyone?
No, a girl this fine's got to be treated right, oiled up and whatnot. We'll take her apart and move her ourselves, limb by limb, packed away in carrying cases if necessary.
Yeah, I think your dating metaphor kind of took a turn into serial killer territory there, Sarge.
Seriously? I just found these awesome future cubes. It's destiny.
What was that?
Yeah, Sarge is kind of weird around mechs to an uncomfortable degree. Like, I'm talking, that's some Hannibal Hector shit, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you, but I feel like the voice actor for Sarge was, you know, he was being monitored by somebody for a little bit after that, you know what I mean? Yeah, really fucking weird. I'm uncomfortable. But yeah, Wash is doing something for Caboose that we don't know yet. Anyways, Simmons made the internet and a Facebook clone known as Facebook. I will admit, the jokes made in this season about the internet still works to some extent in the modern day. Like, this is one of those, but no, in a way. It was intended for something else. Like, the jokes in this season about the internet is so fucking good. Because if you replace a few words, it works so well in today's culture, it's fucking insane. But anyways, Simmons is, you know, kind of losing it, being separated from his actual team. Sometime later, Wash talks to Tucker, and Tucker misses church, and that's why he's pissed. He wants things to go back to how things used to be. Wash understands and heads off to get something done. Can't stay in place too long, Freckles might get angry. But, you know, the strange man that has been watching them has more people than we thought. Sarge turns on their version of the Mantis, which he managed to convert to fucking diesel. I don't know about you, but, like, if you manage to convert anything, like, it's like those California vehicles. California. All of California. It all runs off solar power. We all know this, right? It's like that, but you manage to turn it to fucking diesel. Like, dude, I don't know how turning something that runs off a solar panel into diesel is even possible. But hey, I digress. It's Sarge. He manifested that shit into reality. And, you know, it wasn't working properly because there were a lot of parts missing. But it tips them off to there being more people than originally thought. Oh, Doc got teleported by the future cubes. We won't be seeing him for like 2 seasons. But Wash, seeing Caboose and his pain, gives him a helmet and tries to talk to him and explain this all. But it's Caboose, so he kind of has to explain it in some simple ways. You know what I mean?
Your duty to Captain Caboose.
But I was on my way up now, ready to clean the base.
You lack diligence, Agent Washington.
What?
You question authority, Agent Washington.
Caboose, can you come out here?
You must be eliminated, Agent Washington.
Caboose! Hello, your pet is trying to kill me.
What? That does not sound like Hey, Freckles! Freckles, what are you doing?
Agent Washington has failed to meet the minimum requirements of Blue Team service and is no longer fit for duty. He must be eliminated.
See, he's just doing whatever it is that he just said.
Caboose, please come here. I need to talk to you.
Probably wants to talk about what an awesome leader I am. Yes. Hello. What seems to be the problem, Agent Washington?
I'm sorry, Caboose. I'm sorry your best friend left you without saying goodbye. Maybe he thought you would try to stop him, or maybe it was just too hard for him to tell you, but no matter the reason, he's still gone. He left you. Both of you. I don't really do emotional things, and I hoped you might be able to get over this by yourself, so I left you alone. And instead of coming to terms with what you lost, you replaced it with, well, the first thing you found. But I should have been there for you, Caboose. Because that's what friends do for each other.
Captain Caboose is not your friend. He is your commanding.
No, we're all friends here, Freckles. It's, you know.
That's right. And as your friend, I want to say that I'm sorry. I know it's not much, but I made you this.
Oh my God! My old helmet!
Captain Caboose, you should return to your duties.
I know how much you like Freckles, Caboose, but you have to understand that he's very dangerous. He's not a puppy anymore. A kitten, or... He's really big.
Yeah. He blew up a car.
I remember that.
Freckles, you are one of the best machines I know. That is saying something because I have been friends with a lot of machines. But from now on, I think you should listen to Agent Washington.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, he's very smart, really nice.
Acknowledged.
You can be leader again if you want to, Watch. It's not as much fun as it looks. Yeah, I think I'm more of the dashing, second-in-command kind of person, you know? All the perks, no work.
Thank you, Caboose.
I wish my team was this emotional.
Jesus Christ.
It fits perfect! Hey, look! Someone left some gum!
Pretty sneaky, Wash. A couple of mushy words, a present, and you're right back up at the top. Nothing sneaky about it. I meant every word.
Uh-oh. I can't see anything. Hey, hello?
This is so wholesome, but didn't last long. Because the canyon gets attacked by the mysterious soldier, to which another one saves them. Caboose is, of course, protected by Freckles, and the one attacking them is named Locust. The guy with the energy shield that just saved them is Felix. Two are on opposing sides of the Civil War. Felix is a part of the rebels that want to succeed from the UNSC, which, again, kind of a fucking stupid ideal. I don't know about you, but having 8-foot-tall green augmented superhumans running at me is a bad ideal. I'm going to adjust the microphone. I adjusted the microphone ever so slightly. Anyways, I don't know about you, but I don't want some 8-foot tall, big, mean, green killing machine wanting to kill me, which is what the UNSC does. They're like, oh, you want to succeed? Super soldier. You know the meme where it's, I don't even remember first what, it's like Atomic Man or something. And they overlap this scene where the blue guy's like,
So sad.
Steve Jobs died to Ligma, and the guy's like, who's Steve Jobs? And he says, Ligma. And the guy explodes. The UN. We're going to send a Spartan after you. What's a Spartan? Cool. A meme like that, you know what I mean? Anyways. While the army of Chorus wants to stay with the UNSC. So they start to fight, because of course they do, it always leads to fighting. But after this, the Reds and Blues are asking questions to Felix. They ask what he is, and he says he's a freelancer. He fucking clarified before he got his head shot off, because to be fair, given their experience with fucking freelancers, I don't blame them. If any time I heard the word free and lance in the same sentence, you can look, every time a freelancer is in that fucking show, something bad happens. Bounty hunters as well, technically, because Wyoming, while he was a freelancer, he was also a bounty hunter, basically, so... yeah, it depends. Technically, they've had troubles with both. But anyways. He is a merc. Because he almost got, sent to Valhalla that second, and it turns out after the events of them taking down Freelancer, after the events of them taking down officially 3 whole Freelancers, and with help from Chairman Hargrove, they brought all the Freelancers and everybody involved to justice, making the Reds and Blues essentially heroes. And after they crashed, these two sides are trying to get them. Fair point. So Wash gives Felix the situation they are in, and how they are tired of fighting. But Wash gets in his old armor color, back as they prepare. The Canyon for one hell of a fight. Turns out, a lot of tech on the planet is upgraded Freelancer tech. Dos and Lopez are talking while working on Sargis Mantis, nicknamed CC, and Lopez tells Dos to put him in the robot so they can rule them. But Dos.0 puts himself in the unit instead. Lopez is very pissed. So now Dos.0 is in CC. Locust comes in with a full army, and the Reds and Blues actually are doing really well, all things considered. CC wakes up and starts to hit hard, but No Nut does what he does best. Pitching a ball. Take that as you will.
Que
Don't make me hurt you.
usted me delera. Me gustaría verte intentado rosado.
No soy Rosa. Soy Rosa-ish.
Espere, habla español.
Sí, pero no muy bien.
Hijo de puta.
Aroha Saladora Robot Santanas. Tu teriyaki lapis cerco. Seriously, he has an incredible arm. Okay, it wasn't a volcano, but I'm still taking credit for the idea.
But, in the process, Freckles reserved a good bit of damage. And requires a recharge. Oh my god. I have no idea what happened. Oh god, I think I died for a second there. My throat. Oh god. Thank god I have Kool-Aid near me. Anyways, yeah, and this fight scene is really awesome. It really plays into all the Reds and Blues' strengths and weaknesses to some extent. Donut's surprisingly amazing arm. Simmons and Sarge's dynamic. Griff doing absolutely butt fuck nothing. And Tucker just being a badass in general while having minor leadership skills and able to do things when needed. You guys need to watch this if, you know, you haven't, because this is the best show I've seen in a long time. Like, but to be fair, most of the shows I've watched in like 3-ish years is like mostly Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss, because a friend said trust, it's good. So I checked it out. I mean, it's okay. And it's something to turn your brain off to, so it's okay. I mean, like, outside of those two, most of it consists of Fallout Season 1, Edge of Sleep, Smallsville, oh, and Murder Drums, that's a good one. The little bit of The Amazing Digital Circus, but outside of that, I don't really watch shows often. I just mostly watch YouTube or locked into whatever game I'm playing, so depends on what you consider a show to be, really. Because I do watch a lot of content that's technically could be considered a show, but that's besides the point. But anyways, soon. Outside of that, I don't watch a lot of shows for whatever reason. But I digress. Anyways, as the fight goes on, as the fight goes on, they have ups and downs. The military starts winning as Freckles needs a recharge. But all the power is going to a basebook download in the red base. And after Donut gets knocked out, Tucker, being a fucking badass, as he turns it off, Lopez, and gets back. Because of Freckles charging, they start to push back as Lopez the Heavy has a body again. Woo. So he starts doing some fighting, but Locust starts picking them off, one by one, with a fucking railgun. I don't know about you, but, having 4 magnets pushed deep into my cranium is a surefire way to be dead. But you have to suspend disbelief. But anyways, then Freckles does his best to save his master, Caboose. And to make sure his friends are saved, Wash yells, Freckles, shake, and they collapse the cave, saving Tuckers, Simmons, Griff, and Caboose. While they are taken to the rebel base because Tucker got hurt during the cave collapse. And the leader, Kimball, tells them that Sarge, Wash, Lopez, Donut, and Freckles have been captured by the feds. And that if you help the rebels, we will save your friends. And Carolina is up to something to do with Locust. And that ends Season 11. Man, they kicked off the Chorus Trilogy with a bang. We get some good old-fashioned blood gulch shenanigans, not skipping over the amazing storytelling that made the Freelancer saga so good. But yeah, the little bits of animation this season, I think, were noticeable and a bit of a nosedive from what we got in Season 11. But they have a new team working on the animation. And Monty Oum is off either doing his own project or whatever he was doing at the time. I don't want to look that up because, man, talking about Monty is just like a really, really, really sad topic. So I'm not going to talk about it. With that being said, we're going to be jumping right into Season 2, putting us at the halfway point of the show. And technically the video, because 2 more seasons is Season 14, and that's the end of the video. So, halfway there! Woo-hoo-hoo. So, Season 12 starts off with the Reds and Blues doing a training exercise of attacking an enemy base. And after they crumble under the pressure, Kimball yells at them. While Tucker and Felix and 3 other soldiers are they're attacking a real base, meaning they realize how valuable Tucker is and how, unlike the others, he can genuinely be trusted with missions. like, that really puts into perspective how much, like, Tucker has grown. Like, he can just assist a mercenary and still be considered on par with them, while the other Reds and Blues are required of training, which, I don't know, it's a fun little neat detail giving Insta Tucker's later on role, but anyways. They're at a real base attempting to get information, but after something happens, Felix says, below the base, sky high. And Tucker defies the order, goes into the lab, and gets a ton of information on a USB. Speaking of which, he had a freelancer style, but malfunctioning active camo, which is how he was able to get in, get the USB, and the soldier actually got killed by Locust, thinking it was, you know, a spy, and that alerts the base, which I do want to say. Why the fuck do they still have, like, USBs and shit? I mean, I know I don't know if the US government or it's another government. It's either our government or, well, it's either the US government or the Chinese or Japanese. It's one of the two. I can't remember. Or is it Korean? I can't remember. My friend was telling me about this. And how just, like, they have uber advanced stuff, like irreplaceable data on fucking floppy disks. And I'm pretty sure the Pentagon or one of them still runs on, like, Windows Vista or some shit. So, like, makes sense why they still use USBs, but you'd think if, like, something more efficient came out, just, like, slowly transfer everything. I feel like it shouldn't be that hard, but what do I know? But anyways. And, you know, another gets blown up because and another soldier gets killed and one gets blown up because he was disguised as a bomb diffuser unit. Tucker got 2 people killed, but the information they got out of it was considered worth it by Felix and even Kimball. Even though Felix really wanted to pummel Tucker's skull into a can of Kimball soup. Well, funny joke there. Anyways, Kimball explains she knows where their friends are, but can't spare the people. They need to, as she says, you guys need to assemble a small team, and if they are good enough, she will give them the go-ahead. And the Reds and Blues learn that Felix gets paid in old alien tech that either is broken or is deactivated. The Reds and Blues get a small team together. They vote who becomes leader, and Tucker becomes what he is always meant to be and or destined since he picked up that blade all the way back in Season 3.
Sup, guys? Tucker here. Speech. Oh, I've always said I'm a lover and not a fighter. Looking at you, Jensen.
Me?
Yeah, tell your volleyball friend I said that. Anyways,
Please, God, tell me you guys haven't been standing around talking all morning.
alright, look, you want the truth? I don't want to be your leader. Being a leader totally sucks. It's hard work and you have to put up with people you hate. But I want to get my friends back, and seeing as that's our mission, I will deal with whatever bullshit I have to do to make it happen. And if I was holding a mic, this would be the part where I drop it.
I vote for Tucker.
Yeah, I vote for Tucker.
Me too.
Yeah. Congratulations, Tucker. You got the job that you hate.
Yeah, great. Yay, happy for you. So, did you guys want to start training at some point? Or, sorry, would you prefer to keep dicking around? Because by all means, I could watch this train wreck all day. Really, it's like the Hindenburg footage. You ever see that? Just absolutely breathtaking. Until you realize everyone's screwed.
So after he becomes leader, he starts training them, and Caboose has just some insane stamina, like I tell you what. Bro is running marathons because he's bored. I mean, some insane stuff, I'm telling you. This man is built different in ways that is not even comical at this point. It's just impressive. The red and blue team makes... The red and blue teammates, the new ones, are reflections of themselves in a way. Tucker decided the best way to get to Kimball to agree to letting them go would be to beat Felix, which, to be fair, given how Felix is like their peak soldier, I could see that being a very logical, like, thought process. But at the same time, why the fuck would you fight Felix? At all. But anyways, and they get their ass handed to them on a silver platter. Enough, in fact, Kimball talks to Tucker. He vents about how this is just fucking unfair. To be fair, you're the one that said that we should beat the shit out of Felix, so... I feel like some of the blame is on you. But also... I mean, logical thought process, so... I don't know. Flip a coin and that's what I believe. Anyways. So, yeah. He expresses frustration with Kimball, and she just kind of explains how the feds have shut down peace talks at every chance they get, essentially explaining why she's doesn't want to just send him and his people to their death. And it turns out that Locust and Felix were partners during the Great War. Which, remember, Griff survived because he was just fucking sleeping, I believe. I have to reread the character encyclopedia. Could not be bothered. You guys can fact check me on that. I literally do not feel like doing that, and I'm combing my hair a little bit because I went through like some shrubs and now I got like plant shit all over my fucking hair. So I'm just kind of combing it out while recording. You know what they say, multitasking is for nerds, and I am one. Anyways. But it does kind of make sense given what's going on. But yeah, the Great War, and after whatever happened between them, Felix took the rebel side, Locust took the Fed side. Like a fucked up version. Hold on, wait, the way she describes it reminds me of Devil May Cry 3, in a way. How, like, two brothers, now they sadistically hunt each other to get some sick pleasure from it. I don't know, it just kind of give me those vibes, you know what I mean? And, you know, they fought for them. And as they fought to prove who is better. Meanwhile, Griff is kind of having a mental fucking breakdown because the only authority figure he knows is Sarge. So he starts doing what Sarge would do. But they can't ponder this for long because Tucker snags the coordinates of the base, leaves with only the reds and blues, so their friends don't get hurt in their suicide mission. And he is wondering, what if they just do what they are good at and do bullshit ways? Like, if they do something stupid, it always works out for them. This is some, like, orc wah energy, but anyways. They finally get to the ice base, and Caboose actually kind of says the smartest thing he will ever say. Why don't we melt our way into the base? So, Tucker stabs the ground. And it melts right into the base. They drop in and somebody, you know, is investigating that. But, you know, they hide in snow. Yeah, they literally hide in, snowmen. Because Griff is really good at making them. Tucker kills the guy after almost getting spotted, and they realize everybody is on guard. So how do you get everybody to not be on guard? Well, you flood the fucking barracks with shit water so they go to save their shit. more so metaphorically than literally. Rather than, you know, stand guard, which... valid. Not gonna lie. Kinda fucking valid. So, yeah. All the soldiers try to save their stuff while the Reds and Blues get their friends. To which they reunite, and Watch explains that the Feds told them the exact same story about the rebels, about how peace is impossible, and how it's almost like both sides are almost being manipulated since they both tell the exact same story. Anyways, after they get freed due to General Donald Doyle, I feel like his name is a joke. I'm not gonna lie, something about that gives me like real joke names. But anyways, after we get freed and Doyle kind of explains, this is what's going on, this is the situation we're in, you got the cave-dwelling terrorists who blow up buildings, which... I mean, kind of fair. Kind of a base take when you really think about Kimball's actions in general. So, I'm not gonna lie, I put a little credence towards that because, I mean, that seems like something she would fucking do. Or, are they being manipulated to believe that? But given how when shit goes south, their first ideal was blow up a base with literal wealths of information that could be beyond useful. Kind of leads credence to the building blowing up allegations. But anyways. So after that, they get released and get their robots. Lopez and the AI chip for Freckles, which Locust says, why do you care? You're a soldier like me. But anyways, they are finally reunited and the base is really quiet. Turns out it got attacked by Locust and his band of merry misfits. They killed all the feds and explained that he is working for someone who wants the planet to lack locals. To which Tucker was going to throw a grenade. But before a shot was fired, Felix came in last second to save Washington. And he asked Tucker to toss the grenade. And then Felix reveals he was working with Locust to keep them fighting forever till they're all dead. Because their employer wants everyone gone. Their employer is going to take the planet, research whatever they want with no legal repercussions. And right before they finish, Carolina was one of them disguised soldiers and kicked some ass. Hell yeah, brother!
Enough! How many times must I tell you, if you want to make the victim suffer, you do it quickly and efficiently? There will be no rescue for you. You will die here today, along with the rest. No one will find your bodies. No one will know the truth. And no one is going to stop us from killing every last person on this planet.
All right. That's all I need to hear.
Kill them!
Fuck are you? What is going on? Just grab it and shoot!
What?
Huh? Oh. You think you're fast? Oh, what the fuck?
Faster than you.
Let's change that. Locust! Stay close!
I'm going to say this again, not to be negative, just to highlight it for anybody rewatching the show, or if you forgot about this part. But yeah, the animation is not as good as it used to be, but I don't blame them. Still badass, but you can tell these people are learning how it works. But yeah, Tucker tried to hurt the friend that abandoned them, but again, he's a fucking abandoned him in the crash site without a goodbye. But, you know, to be fucking fair, Tucker, you charge the AI. I don't think that's gonna go well, because last time I checked, AIs aren't, you know, physical. But anyways, we get a flashback, and it turns out Carolina has been attacking bases all over the planet, trying to get Freelancer attacked back. And after her helmet sustained significant damage, she had to get a new one. And now that we're up to date. Oh, and AIC time slower. Like, significantly slower, and enhanced reaction time. And Epsilon talks to memories of the fragments to work out problems. Which is like, fucked in 8 different ways. Like, imagine, you are talking to fragments of your, like, the memory of the fragments of yourself, which yourself is a memory, and you're talking to the dead versions of them that are helping you do, I don't know, it feels wrong, you know what I mean? It feels wrong. But he each assigns them little tasks. And even though he's in control, it seems like they do have a life of their own. This doesn't get expanded on for another, like, 5 seasons, I think? Hold on. 14, 15, 16, 17. 4 to 5 seasons. And we don't even get to see in a season. We get to see the pinnacle of this plot line completely later in a movie that ended Rooster Teeth. Before Bernie bought it back, of course. But anyways, after we get past this very, very pissy Tucker, because of, you know, Carolina getting, but yeah, Carolina got stabbed in this endeavor, and Doc Gray runs up to them as she, you know, Doc Gray followed them through when Carolina threw them down the teleportation grenade. They are now wherever she set it to. And it turns out the ship was a setup completely to get Freelancer tech and weapons to Chorus. Which brings the question, why don't they have adequate rations? Like, if you're redirecting a ship to a planet, wouldn't you want there to be fucking rations on it? If you're setting up a ship to crash with invaluable technology, why wouldn't you want it to also come with food? So your fucking soldiers don't starve while trying to use it. I don't know, it's just something that bothered me. I don't know, it really fucking bothered me, because I was like, I know who set this all up, and just knowing makes me angrier, because I'm just like, you're telling me one of the smartest people in this entire setting is not smart enough to send enough rations? Trust me, when people are starving, they tend to get a little more likely to work together, don't you think? Thus stopping your civil war! Even if Felix was to do something, I'm pretty sure once they get buddy-buddy enough because of starvation, the plan kind of, you know, fucks up. I'm sorry, it's just something I've been thinking about. It's like, starvation, what do you want? Can you not yell? Thank you. You can come into my lap, just don't yell. Anyways, like, starvation is one of those things that can unify people. Whether that would or not, we don't get to know. Or was the plan to starve everyone else and then have the cleanup crew come in? I don't know what the plan is. It just feels like starvation is a really, really, like, stupid way. Which is, I don't know, it's just because of an offhand mission of not having enough rations. Meanwhile, Felix and Locust are pissed about Carolina's interference, so they plan to go to the leaders of Chorus and, well, tell a tragic tale, a lie, about how the opposing side was mad that they couldn't control all of them and killed them. So that they would kill each other before the Blues and Reds can unite them. I mean, if two sides that killed each other's heroes, I mean, I know I'd kick their ass, but if I was to learn that all of it was a setup, I feel like the ass I'm currently kicking would, you know, who got my family killed, all of it because of a fake war? I think I'd turn my guns around on the people who caused this, rather than fighting my brothers and my sisters of this planet. But anyways, Wash gives the Freckles AI unit to Caboose. And one of my favorite lines in this show, he is so happy to have his dog, now a palm-sized keepsake. Keep that in mind for later, very important. And Griff manages to get the gun away from Carolina, which he is heavier than he looks. And as Lopez says it, he is heavier than he looks. And that's saying something. He already looks fat. God, I love this show. That's some of the best writing, I tell you what. Because it's just like, even though it's so on the nose, it's just like, man, I don't know. Do you ever get something where it's just like, it's so on the nose, it just becomes good? Like, you know what I mean by that, right? Like, the writing is so on the nose, you literally just, I don't know what I'm getting at. Anyways, Dr. Gray mentions it looks like reverse-engineered alien tech. Essentially, to bypass broken parts and or a shutdown for it to shoot. Seeing how the tech on the planet is deactivated and or broken, so they took it and some human tech and shoved it together so it will fire again. Felix sets up this end of the war, the final fight, to get the final fight to kill each other. The Reds and Blues go to their ship's manifest. The Blues go to the side of the ship that got split away, Delta, or is that Alpha? I can't remember. It's they explain it in season 13. And the Reds go to the canyon. The Blues, with Church, was getting some info from the Mercs. They found them and attacked, and before Church could decode everything, they were surrounded. On all sides, they were being overpowered. There was nothing else they could do but die. So Tucker threw down a grenade, and Church was pissed. To which Tucker stated they would have died if he did nothing, which is the truth. If he did nothing, they would have been nothing. Like, that's the thing. This is really, really clever writing because it shows that they don't see Tucker as this leader yet. Church still sees Tucker as this idiot that can't be trusted with anything, like it's always been, like in Blood Gulch. But Tucker hasn't been that way since he picked up the sword. I don't know if this was planned from the start, or if Bernie stumbled his way into this. But the writing, when it comes to Tucker and his, like, leadership arc, you could say, is just written perfectly. Like, we see, like, as he has this sword, he becomes more bold, smarter, picking up a leader role. Whether this was always intended or it's something Bernie accidentally had a plot line for, realized this would be cool to explore and did it, I can't say. But you could tell this was a logical evolution of Tucker. And Church, not seeing any of the growth, still thinks he's the same idiot at Blood Gulch. I don't know. Call me reading too much into the funny show where red people and blue people are racist because the government told them to. Say if I'm looking too much into that, but it's just what I see. But anyways, after that, the Reds were successful in getting the manifest. But because of their quick escape from the last section, their last session, it was locked, but Church could decrypt it easily. Oh, and Caboose almost died because the soldier teleported with them, because he got too close, meaning Tucker was right. But they capture him, and after Carolina couldn't get him to talk, Dr. Gray, well, whatever she did scares me greatly, and I'm half sure it's either this season or next season. Tucker tells Caboose, don't stick your dick in crazy, to which he says, I have no idea what you mean. And he says, I know. I don't remember if it's an earlier season, or I don't remember if it's this season or the next one, because I don't remember. You see, I wrote this part of the script 3 months ago. And in that time, I have been working on several videos as well, like 12 projects. And given how Soma kind of made me lose it for a day or two, like, Senior can attest, if anyone's wondering, his absence, I don't know. He just hasn't found anything interested in outside of Indie Cross since Soma. But, like, I have a lot going on, so I just don't remember. Tangent aside, they learn what exactly happened and why the ship split in half. See, what happened was they managed to use a tractor beam and to somehow manipulate with the alien tech. They managed to manipulate the gravity well to pull them in, but because the Reds and Blues are so fucking stupid, the ship, because they fucked it up in such a way that it was trying to do so many things at once that when the tractor beam hit it, it split in half. If it wasn't for that, they would have been executed on sight. And that's why they can't get help. And we're a base nearby. They get ambushed, to which Washington realizes they put a tracker on Freckles. Watch tells Church, and they debug him. And everyone is pissed at each other. Tension is as high as it's ever been. Right back to the Freckles incident in the beginning of Season 11. And my boy Caboose finally drops some badass wisdom, man. I'm telling you, he may not be the brightest, but when he wants to be, bro can speak like Shakespeare, dude. You know what I mean?
Bye, Church.
Caboose, aren't you even like the tiniest bit pissed off at Church?
Nope.
Not even a little.
Nah.
At all?
Yeah, no, not really.
How? He's being such an asshole.
I'm pretty sure Church has always been an asshole.
Yeah, isn't that kind of his thing? Like, Simmons is smart, I'm good looking, you guys are the dumb one, the lazy one, and the mean one.
But he doesn't even care about us.
Well, I don't know about that. He stopped that mercenary from cutting up Caboose. Missed opportunity, if you ask me.
Well, he abandoned us. But didn't you guys do the same thing? Huh?
The rebels?
Well, yeah, but there were more important things we had to do.
I kind of feel like stopping the sale of illegal military equipment might have been more important than hanging out in a canyon.
Okay, Tucker. I'm gonna tell you this only because you respect my opinion so much.
I actually don't listen to anything you say. Ever.
Classic lazy one.
If you keep being mean to church, church will just keep being mean to you. And then everyone will be mean to everyone all the time, and everything will be bad, and no one will have fun.
Are you trying to give a motivational speech right now?
Shh, I want to see where he's going.
I mean, come on! Is this really what you want? You just want to be angry and mean all the time? Because that is dumb! And you know what? You are not for thinking that!
Did Caboose just call someone dumb?
Well, that's calling the kettle blue.
Some church left! And maybe some of us were sad! But you know what? That is okay! Because he was just trying to do something good! And he just made a mistake! And we all make mistakes sometimes!
Wow. Caboose,
So shut up and get over it! Well, my work is done here.
You know, I really do fucking hate him.
Wow, my boy can drop some wisdom. Tucker and Church make up, and Carolina is surprised by how underwhelming it is. And as a man, I can confirm this is how we act. Like, if there's... Hold on. I can check something real quick. Okay, so, for those in my female audience, I can confirm. Whether you exist or not, I don't know, but that is how we genuinely act. Jokes aside, I will say, this moment is genuinely really good, because it is a time capsule of the time period this was recorded in. But also, it still kind of reflects to this day, because some people genuinely act like this, and I want to be honest, this is how me and my friends kind of talk to each other. So, anyways, so Felix gives them a way to leave. He gives them a choice. All they have to do is never talk about chorus, and they can leave. So the Reds and Blues weigh their options. Think on a plan as the Feds and Rebels meet up for one last battle. The Freelancers. The Freelancer attacks Felix and Locust. Wash against Locust. Felix against Carolina. Locust. A demented reflection of... I mean, really, when you think about it, Locust is just a reflection of Wash in the worst ways. And Felix is a clear, like, Tucker stand-in. Like, if Tucker ever turned bad, so to say, you know what I mean? If he didn't have his friends, I feel like that's what Felix is supposed to be, like a demented version of Lavernius Tucker. And I'm not sure how to put this battle into words. It's not that I'm lazy, it's just, I don't know how even my notes were, like, struggling. But yeah, the mercs talk, and then a really neat fight scene happens. Which I like, it's pretty cool, and Caboose doing his thing. I'm just gonna play the clip, because I literally do not think I can put this into words without underselling the scene, even if it plays in the background, you know what I mean?
I'm heading away from the jamming tower now.
Did they see you?
Excuse me. You look familiar. Have we met? Oh, man, you are fast.
Oh, but minus points on originality.
See what I mean?
All right. You have me.
So, where's the rest of the crew?
They're not here. I came alone.
Well, that is classic you, from what I've heard. But seeing as they weren't at the gas station or the ship we so generously provided, I'm not sure I believe you.
Well, I guess that's your problem.
Actually, if you don't tell your friends to come out and surrender, you're gonna have a problem the size of a golf ball in the middle of your forehead.
Funny. I was just about to tell you the same thing.
Oh, hey, Wash. Heads up, you're gonna feel like an asshole in 3, 2, and...
You continue to both surprise and disappoint me, Agent Washington.
Yeah, there it is.
my life have I met a human being as selfish and bloodthirsty as you, Miss Kimball.
How dare you?
Marching into the Capitol thinking you could kick us while we're down. Have you no decency?
We tried to be decent in the past, but we all remember how that turned out, don't we?
My dear girl, I can assure you I haven't the slightest idea what you mean.
Of course not. You're still too busy trying to uphold a government that doesn't even exist anymore.
Because you've killed everyone who stood for it.
It was a broken fucking bureaucracy that nearly killed the planet.
And you're a ruthless lot of anarchists who killed the only outsiders brave enough to try and save it.
I would... Wait, what did you say?
This might be a problem.
Alright, guys. Come out and I promise to kill you quick. Waste my time, and you get to watch the freelancers die over the course of, well, until whenever I get bored. Spread out and find them. They might be hiding in one of the caves. Caboose! I didn't do it! Or maybe they'll just telegraph their position, because they're idiots.
Shoot on sight.
Tell me, when you murdered the Reds and Blues, was it because you couldn't stand the thought of them siding with us? Or were they merely caught up in the decimation of our outpost?
What are you talking about? We didn't decimate anything.
It came from in here. Right. Moving on 3.
You killed the Reds and Blues after they rescued their friends.
We did no such thing!
2. You know, I've just gotta ask. What did you think 7 morons, a couple of freelancers, and an AI would actually be able to do here?
1.
But Felix said...
What the? Well, not much. But you forgot to count the genius and the dog.
The dog?
Heat signature detected.
Did that gun just fucking talk?
Firing main cannon.
No!
What?
Now!
Attack!
Open fire! Yes!
Goodbye, Backhouse.
Thank you, Captain Caboose.
Alright, guys, 2 down, 2 to go.
Roger that! Come and get us, boys! Whoop. Now might be a good time to run.
Oh, come on! Oh, fire in the hole! Sorry!
Take out those guns. Hey, suck it, Black.
What?
Just to clarify, that wasn't a race thing.
Come back here! Get him!
Ah!
Aim for the jugular!
Ow!
The jugular!
Ow!
Punch him in the goddamn throat!
Well, why didn't you just say so?
Es que estar bromeando. Oh, espera un minuto. Bueno, eso funcionó mejor.
Felix!
That was awesome.
Stay focused.
Right, where's the other one? It's not a car, it's a cliff.
Take care of the simulation troopers. I have this under control.
Right.
Do not disappoint me again.
Come on, guys. Let's not draw this out any longer than we have to.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, no, you are not! Seriously? You're gonna go with the sword? Oh, okay. Oh, no, okay. Alright.
What's wrong? You scared?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Last mag wash, make it count.
Why do you continue to help these people, Agent Washington?
Where are you?
You have nothing to gain from them, no reason to fight for them, and yet here you stand putting your life on the line for them.
Is that so hard to understand?
You used to be so much more.
For God's sake, man, loosen up. You gotta get limber.
How did you convince Kimball to go to the Capitol?
Vanessa? Oh, she was easy. I just made up some story about how you all died heroically. You should have seen it, man. I gave the performance of a fucking lifetime. Got all broken up, threw in a few dramatic pauses, and they just ate it up.
So how long have you and Locust been working together?
I'm sorry, I thought we were going to be fighting here.
Ah, son of a bitch!
Round one, Felix.
God, you're a fucking tool.
You were once an enemy to these men. You were ruthless. You were a survivor.
I was a different person.
No. You were a soldier.
You say that like they're two different things.
When a true soldier is told to kill, he kills. He does not question why. He does not mourn the fallen. He fulfills his role and moves on to the next.
Is that what you want to be? A true soldier?
No. That is what I am.
Damn it.
Oh, you dick! God, I just really want to savor this, you know? Once the feds and rebels kill each other, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, we've been playing these guys for years. How do you just walk away from something like that?
What happened to retirement?
Oh, well, yeah, I'll be filthy stinking rich, but I'm still in my prime. There's so much more I could do.
Keep talking, asshole.
Well, the thing about that is, oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You know, I just realized I haven't seen your pals in a while. I wonder if they're trying to get the jump on me.
Ah, he knows!
Oh.
Ah! No!
That's the last time you try to outsmart me, Captain Tucker.
I'm a professional, Agent Washington. I complete...
Yeah, you complete your missions at all costs. You can say that as many times as you want, but I know what you really are. You're a coward.
Ridiculous.
You keep trying to play yourself off as some sort of weapon, that you don't care about anyone or anything. But the fact that you're trying so hard to understand me breaks your entire act. No matter how hard you may want to be, you're not a machine. You're a murderer, but you hide behind the idea in your head because you're too afraid to take responsibility for what you've done. I know, I used to be a real piece of shit, but at least I'm trying to do something about it.
Stop right there!
You...
Don't make me use this! You still don't get it, do you? The entire reason you sim troopers were allowed to live this long? It's because you're all losers. Control was confident that you'd do more damage to these people than they could ever do to themselves. I mean, a bunch of idiots in charge of an army? Come on, it was a recipe for disaster. Locust and I figured we'd let you rack up the casualty count, then kill you after a few weeks. Oh, but then, you did something special. You gave these people hope. And with that came a new level of motivation. To fight harder, to die faster, all with the belief that their sacrifice might actually mean something. But you know what? It all means nothing. At the end of the day, if I'm stronger than you, and if I'm faster than you, then I can kill you. And that's better than anything money can buy.
I don't know, man. I think I'd rather be rich than a fucking nut job. What do you think, Church?
Yeah, this guy's got no idea what he's talking about. What the fuck is this?
Oh, this is Church. He's the AI that helps me run my equipment.
What equipment?
My helmet cam.
Oh!
Somebody just got fucking busted.
All right, boys. Bring it down.
Be right back.
Once the feds and rebels kill each other, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, we've been playing these guys for years. How did you convince Kimball to go to the Capitol? Vanessa? Oh, she was easy. I just made up some story about how you all died heroically. You should have seen it, man. I gave the performance of a fucking lifetime. Got all broken up, threw in a few dramatic pauses, and they just ate it up.
You son of a bitch.
The entire reason you sim troopers were allowed to live this long, it's because you're all losers. Locus and I figured we'd let you rack up the casualty count, then kill you after a few weeks. Locus? You gave these people hope. And with that came a new level of motivation.
This is valid.
To die faster.
Locus, everyone at the Capitol knows. What do we do? Follow protocol.
Oh, dude, are you speechless? That's a first. You're dead.
I wouldn't if I were you.
You know, those sticky grenades kick like a mule. But I hear these newfangled laser blasters are quite lethal.
The mission is a failure. Protocol states we are to report to control immediately.
They're injured. We can kill them now.
No. We follow orders. Let me assure you all, this is not over.
This is Vanessa Kimball of the New Republic ordering an immediate ceasefire.
All soldiers of the Federal Army stand down at once.
Tucker, Grim.
I am at a loss, gentlemen. Years of arduous labor and delicate manipulation all made worthless by your inability to stop a single squad of what can hardly be considered soldiers.
They got lucky.
They were underestimated, and it will not happen again.
Our operation now lies in extreme jeopardy. Word of our involvement can never find its way back to Earth or the UNSC.
Then what are our orders?
Go to war.
Hello? Yes. Hello?
What is this?
Extra sauce, please.
An outside transmission.
Hello?
How'd they get this channel?
Colorful Space Marines stop corruption.
You know, I really love the picture they used for this thing, but I gotta say, I think I like the description even more. Pictured above, the red and blue troopers of Project Freelancer receive a full pardon from UNSC Oversight Chairman and Charon Industries CEO, Malcolm Hargrove. I can't imagine you like publicizing that second bit very much, though. Probably not very good for business. Am I right, Chairman?
On the contrary, you'd be surprised as to what can come of a merger between politics and corporations. If you're here to negotiate a surrender, I'm afraid I must inform you that your ship has set sail. Quite literally, in fact.
Actually, we were just hoping to read you a letter.
It's just a little something we put together for you. Considering we'll probably be seeing a lot of each other over the next few weeks.
Take it away, Church. Dear Chairman, it has come to our attention that you have declared war on the planet Chorus. We regret to inform you that this is a really shitty idea. Not only have you managed to annoy the people that you failed to kill time and time again, you've also found a way to piss off an entire planet. Now, they may not have the best equipment, and they might not be the best fighters, but as you're aware, they've been fighting for a very long time. And now that they're not fighting each other, they're more than happy to dedicate all of their time to fighting you. So, dear Chairman, to you and your idiotic mercenaries, we would like to say, bring it on, motherfuckers. We're not going anywhere. From your friends, the incredibly badass and sexually attractive red and blue soldiers of Project Freelancer. P.S. Suck our balls.
So, yeah. Cool fight scene and Tucker revealing the truth to the inhabitants of this planet was all because of Malcolm Hargrove of Charon Industries, which I didn't see coming, but boom. What a way to end this season. Which this season is just insane, and the re-uploads that exist are not edited the best, which really makes me happy. I do have access to the master Google Drive, so I don't have to worry about these, like, shitty, edited together things. But, yeah. That was before I had to use my TV as a monitor. Because my old... So this is a bit of a story time. Back when I was writing this 3 months ago, before, well, 4 months, before my computer died, essentially I was explaining how my Vizzo monitor died because something, I don't know. It was older than me by, like, multiple years. But, man, like, being told how old a game made the same year as you really puts into perspective how old you are sometimes. But yeah, that crazy fucking side tangent Cat, you're not allowed on the desk. I've told you this 100 times. You're not allowed on the desk. So stop trying to get to the desk. Either leave the lap or stay in the lap, not the desk. Anyways, cat aside, this season is an amazing second act to the trilogy. It builds some stakes, and outside of my inability to describe that last part, either means I was distracted while watching it. Oh, this was... Okay, so what you're about to read is 3 months after. This is what I came back to writing. Either I was distracted while watching, or my brain kind of broke, which both are valid possibilities. But with that, let's dive into the saddest part of this trilogy, and the part of the show that genuinely made me cry because of just how sad it ended. Like, sometimes story games have got a good story. Or the Master Chief talking to Foehammer. Those, like, can genuinely get me to tear up. Because this really is the story about two sides stumbling about. But without further ado, let's talk about Season 13. It opens up with a stranded pelican floating through space. Its distress signal was picked up on by a prisoner escort ship. It turns out Felix was on board. He was baiting them to let him in, so he could get a ton of new soldiers. Because at this time, they lost so many to the inhabitants, of course, and with the Reds and Blues being such a morale boost, they've lost way too many men. So, he had to ensure they were strong and smart enough to survive. So, they used the Purge Protocol to vent out any that weren't up to snuff. Felix continues to passively bully Locust, but a familiar face was smart enough to tie his bed sheets around his waist and to the bars as the Purge Protocol was initiated. It was the assistant to Project Freelancer, the counselor, and the only reason he lived was because he had info they didn't. Stuff that the EMP or IMP took down. So he knows everything about Project Freelancer. And he knew of a certain high-value target that if the right words were said, would be invaluable. Sharkface. Remember the guy that had a building dropped on him? Yeah, that Sharkface. Here, Freelancer and Carolina was on board. We switched to the red and blue perspective, and Griff is trying to get seconds, and he neglected training, making them do more laps. So they aren't happy with him. Doyle and Kimball are fighting over ammo disputes on which efficiency and weapons. Essentially, what is going on is Kimball wants to switch their weapon to a more ammo-efficient weapon. Essentially, trading accuracy, trading like sheer volume of bullets for more accurate, precise shots, making them count. While Doyle wants to stick with the standard MA5C assault rifle. His logic is essentially the whole, like, blocking out the sun with arrows type deal. The MA5C assault rifle can shoot 60 rounds a minute. That is 60 chances to hit the enemy. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fuck with his logic because that's something I'd say. So, Kimball wants to talk about something else, and it turns out Doyle was originally here to talk about their most recent victory, and I'm gonna let the clip speak for itself because this is so much of a war crime, not even I can even mention it on YouTube. I'd get hurt, but I'll let the clip speak for itself. Oh, man. I love this show.
What?
Another one bites the dust. Oh, yeah. Another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Oh, yeah. Ooh, we kicked your ass, bitch.
Get down with your bad self.
All right. That's enough. We just took their base. No need for cruel and unusual punishment.
You sure? I can drop some sick beats on them. You know, bust some rhymes. Make it old school.
Oh, for God's sakes, please don't.
They were here to find Freelancer Tech, and she is wondering about the giant floating spires in the distance. And the locals are just, like, just so nonchalant about it, which, shocks the people, the reds and blues, but, to be fair, they grew up with it. Makes sense when you think about it, because, like, for people who grew up in, let's say, New York, right? And, people are like, oh my god. People from New York are like, travelers are like, oh my god, it's the fucking Statue of Liberty. And New York's, yeah, that's always been there. Yeah. It makes sense when you think about it, you know what I mean? That's, like, the most, like, generic, like, hey, when you think about it way I could come up with. Anyways. So, they get the crazy doc lady to do research on the alien spires. She learns that Charon wanted to turn on the towers. She wants to learn exactly what they were doing and how they were trying to achieve this. With Freckles being in the gun of Caboose, that way it has full control because it's a lot safer than, just trusting Caboose. And they did kind of get that fucker out, so, after they know it's safe, they unpack and do field research. Remember how, Griff kept refusing to do training? So they all had to keep doing laps because of Griff. They literally jump his ass. Like, whole squad, everybody who was training under Wash was real tired and real bored. So they jump his ass. Tucker was really bored and tried to get the doc's attention when he pulled out his sword and a glowing thing appeared. And it scared him, so he sliced it, activating the tower. Activating all the alien weapons for 10 seconds. When all of a sudden, it deactivated, which... What the fuck? A fly keeps flying in my fucking face. And now I'm becoming real tempted to nuke my fucking room with raid and, like, stay out for, like, a day or so. I will sleep on the fucking floor if it means I kill this. It's after me, I swear. It tried to attack me. It tried to fly at my fucking nose. I'm sorry for this off topic, dude. It genuinely pissed me the fuck off. Anyways. Swearing aside, man, I need to lay off on that a bit. That's probably why you can't find me if you go on Safe Search. Because I remember my brother was doing something and accidentally got himself locked on Safe Search, and I was like, hand me your remote. Let's see. Are you really on Safe Search? Because I know some of my videos probably wouldn't show up given the amount of times I cuss. You know, just to see if he isn't messing with me. So I checked in, sure enough, not a single video was on there. So, if you're on Safe Search, you ain't finding my ass, so I should probably lay off on the swearing at least a little. Man, I'm getting so off topic. Anyways, because the tower was on, activating the bits of alien tech that was in there, it completely fried all of Charon's fancy tech, completely evening the playing field. And it also activated, you know, the alien tech for a few seconds, and a beacon leading them to a very important temple. Hargrove is probably pissed, and we'll learn about a certain event later. Anyways, they want to investigate where the alien temple told them to go, so they decide to split into teams so one can take Crash Site Bravo, the other side of the ship, because it has something important. I don't remember. I think it has something to do with one of the temples. I don't remember. Keep in mind, I watched this recently. It's just, I can't remember why it was so important. Because I don't think they ever retake fucking Bravo. Or if they did, the map was different enough where I just didn't notice. But to be fair, that's the problem with Halo 4 maps. They all look the fucking same. This isn't a... I ain't some fucking guy that's like... I'm not some neckbeard that's like... Halo 4 sucks because it's all Call of Duty like. No, I just... They all look the fucking same. The Fly returned. Apparently, it is a big Halo 4 supporter, so... I should keep my fucking mouth silent if I don't want a fly to fly down my throat. Jesus, that scared me. But, like, all the maps look the same. Like, hell, I don't like Halo 4 personally. I think the story is mid. Sure, the visuals do look kind of impressive, skybox-wise. Nothing else. Everything else is kind of fucking grim. It reminds me of... It gives me, like, grimdark vibes. But yeah, I don't like Halo 4. All the maps look the fucking same. So if they return to Bravo later on, I just didn't fucking notice because the maps look the damn same. Like, there are a few, like, I'm not saying every single map looks the same. It's just a few really, really do. Like the canyon. Looks completely different from the other maps. The cave. That was a unique one. Everything else looks pretty much the same. Again, it's been like 5... It's been like 4 to 3 years since I've even touched Halo 4. It's been like 2 months since I played Halo, so... Dude, I should play Halo again, man. I still have it installed, right? I know what I'm going to do. I am going to play Halo 3 Ultimate Fighter Fight, or whatever that mod is called. I really love it. It's fun. God, I got really sidetracked because of Halo 4 sucking ass. By the way, I don't even have Halo 4 installed on my device. Because I don't like it. I'm never going to play it. The fly has to be meat riding Halo 4, dude. It's actually attacking me when I mention it. So I'm going to move on before it fucking hurts me. Okay, I won't talk about Halo 4. You can leave me alone. Okay, the fly left me alone. I think it actually was. Anyways, so, yeah. Okay, bravo. The other is the temple. Carolina and Tucker and Caboose are the way to the temple to figure out what it's about, while the rest of the army, Reds, Blues, everything else, is going to Bravo. Hargrove is extremely pissed about them allowing this to happen. Anyway, so I don't know exactly where I am because I watched Red vs. Blue Season 2 on the... Hold on, I know what server it is. The Halo Lounge. If you guys are interested in a Halo server, go check out the Halo Lounge. It's a really great place with a bunch of people. You know, it'd be funny if I accidentally rejoined the VC. That'd be really funny. Let me put on my headphones. Okay, good. I ain't hearing voices. Okay, so I didn't accidentally rejoin the VC. That would have been funny, though. They hear me sucking off the server while on a video on accident. That'd be real funny if they heard that on accident. Anyways, I don't remember where I am, but anyways. So Hargrove is kind of pissed about their guns exploding. So he gave them a reward. If you are to get this over with, you'll be rewarded with the meta armor. Upgraded with all the new tech. And they're like, oh, you want us to collect Church? And it turns out he can't run the meta AI. He is too old. That'll come back later. You know, foreshadowing is a literary device. Anyways, Hargrove threatens if they fail, they will be killed. So, they decide to go to the alien temple because, I mean, if all of a sudden you get a map from the aliens that has a big red glowing light, I think I would go there as well. And it turns out this is a hub, so to say. Don't mind me. Oh, I'm getting sick. I need to take out my trash. Yeah, I'm getting sick. You want to hear something fun? I voice act daily. And now I'm getting strep throat. I'm gonna die. Actually, I had a voice... oh god, no! No, not again! I do this voice for one of my characters that I do daily, right? Well, when I got strep throat, it messed up and he always sounded like this. This year alone, it is finally returned. Dude, if I get strep throat, it's fucking Jover, chat. But anyways, they're in the central hub, a gateway, so to say, for judgment, to see if they're the chosen one, and not that hub. I'm not going to have one of you make that joke in the comments. I am immediately taking that from you now. Not that hub. You're not allowed to make that joke. I'm one step ahead of you. I am as dirty-minded as you people are. Take that as you will. Trust me. If this channel has the audience I think it does, you're all like me. Because I'm making these videos for me. That way, in case somebody similar to me bumps into something they like and want to literally consume mountains of content on it, I exist. Anyways, so the site has hieroglyphics that essentially say, here's a gateway, judgment. If you're chosen, you are the greatest warrior. If you fail, well, they don't know. And it turns out you just see your greatest fear. So, anyways, we switch back to the counselor who is talking to Sharkface. And it sets up this whole character motivation backstory in case you don't remember literally the most iconic name ever. I remember I was watching with my brother and he was like, Sharkface? Did we ever see him before? I was like... I literally turned to him and said, I have a song from this season. Literally, from this season, that is Sharkface / Rooftop. I think we've seen it before, because we listened to that on the drive home, because we had to go do something, and we were on the ride home, and I was playing my playlist, and that song came up. It was like, oh, Sharkface, I didn't know that was in... Because he literally read out the title, I was like, I didn't know that was, why did they name that in the soundtrack? I was like, oh. Because. I mean, you watched it yesterday, didn't you? It's like, oh, okay. Kids these days, man. Kids these days. Kids these days. No, actually, I got a funny story about that. My brother said I'm a unk because I'm 18. Bro dead-eyed me and said, you're a unk. I don't know what it means. I'm getting old, man. But anyways, you know, junk like that. Anyways, we learned the counselor actually regrets siding with Freelancer, which both Locus and Felix do fail the trial. Yes, and now they both know their greatest fears. We don't know Felix's. Or you figured it out already. Like I did. I mean, I figured it out literally during my first run-through. I was like, oh. Wait a minute. Is he afraid of... that? Nah, it's just a schizo theory. No, I was right. I was right. But anyways, Locust's greatest fear is being an alien, or rather being on the opposing side during the Great War, or being in the Great War again, I believe. Or maybe it's just like memory he regrets. It's kind of vague on how much is it that it's a regret thing, and how much of it is something metaphysical. I don't know, man. Anyways, so we're on the rebel side right before they attack, and Wash gives them the "you're going to die" pep talk. I find this funny, and it's genuinely one of my favorite moments because he's so fucking... how do I put this? He's so fucking... what's the word? You know when women hate each other, but they're not going to say it out loud? What's the word? I can't think of it. And yes, I'm using that very specific example because it happened today. I'm not kidding. Oh, they even said it too! Oh, they said it today too! What is it? Oh, they said stop being a... I can't say it. They said actual slurs. It was fucking crazy, man. It's almost as funny as the time when I seen two white women fight over a Stanley. That's not a joke. Two white women in the middle of Walmart were fighting over a Stanley. I am not kidding when I said I just sat back and watched. It was hilarious. By the way, none of them won. They got thrown out of the store. It was hilarious. Well, that's story time with Lore Maker over. I'm trying to remember it. It's not pessimistic. It's... when you say things and mean another. I'm sure you people know what I mean. I'll remember this after I'm done recording. But anyways, you know, being roundabout by being like, you're gonna fucking die. I think it's funny. But anyways. The Mac Doctor translates it quickly, and they think Tucker can override needing to be a good warrior because of the sword. But Rooster Teeth never takes the easy way out, so he didn't pass. But they do learn if you fail, you see your greatest fear. Carolina's is seeing the old freelancers. Fucking Miss York. And Epsilon saw static, meaning AIs can't enter this, which is just some neat world building that didn't need to be done. I swear, I will not stop gobbling their meat, man. I hope to God I didn't accidentally rejoin that VC, man. Anyways, they think mental clarity means dumber than a box of rocks. So they send in Caboose. And he didn't even notice the gravity got turned up significantly, which means he is on par power scaling wise to early Dragon Ball Goku. I've been waiting to make this joke since I wrote this 3 months ago. Let me have it. Anyways, the newly named Santa AI, which does kind of make sense, he does give gifts, tells them how to activate the other temples. There's another sword, anyone can claim it. So, and there is a purge tower which can cleanse life off the planet, which Felix really wants. And a group of Charon mercs ambush them with this, you know, and now they know the knowledge. So they have alien weaponry. If Tucker survives this and manages to get to the Temple of Arms, they will have fucking... The rebels will have laser weapons! And giving all the temples got an updated map of where the sword is, Felix is damn near on that way. Anyways, Crash Site Alpha, Beta, whatever the hell it's called, is really booby-trapped. And they knew they were coming for it, so they prepared. The prisoners from the beginning of the season finally gets dropped in, cutting off a retreat route. And Kibble needs a large amount of men, but Carolina needs to make sure that Felix doesn't get the key. So Doyle does his best and decides to get it himself, while the rebels are trying to survive just long enough to escape. The Mac Doctor uses the fact Freckles has fucking auto-aim to take out the ambush at the temple, saving Carolina, and with the gang trying to catch up to Doyle, he managed to get the key in time. However, Felix is up there and pissed off. But he doesn't know something. While at Alpha, Simmons says he could make a big enough smoke screen to save the rebels. Carolina catches up with Doyle, but Sharkface makes it a competition, so Carolina loses all self-preservation and just charges in. Oh, remember Doc? Yeah, they find him. Remember he got teleported in Season 11. I don't know how the fuck he actually got there. It's never explained. Well, you know, his mind was so broken, learning they had no idea he was gone. O'Malley returned. Oblivion is at hand! Ha ha ha! God, my throat is going to die.
Away some far-off place, another dimension where time and space refute all logic as we know it. A place where I drifted for what felt like an eternity. And after a while, I lost my mind. Then I found it, and then I lost it again. Oh, but it was the thought of you all tirelessly searching for a way to bring me back that kept me going all that time. And look how my faith in my friends has been rewarded. Oh, I love you guys.
Wait, you were gone?
Well, yes. What are you asking?
Since when?
Since when? Since the canyon.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
What?
Hey, Sarge.
What do you want, Blue?
Do you remember teleporting Doc back at the canyon?
Doc? Nah, he's been with us. Think, or wait, was he with you?
We found him in a cave. Says he was in another dimension.
Well, that doesn't sound right at all. Griff, Simmons, you remember sending Doc to another dimension?
Who?
Doc, the purple guy.
Doc. Oh, yeah. I guess we did do that. Yeah, I totally forgot to.
Huh. I guess he's just got one of those faces, you know? Like, really forgettable.
Totally. Alright, we'll talk to you guys later.
Try not to die.
You too. Man, I guess we just never noticed you were gone. Crazy, huh?
Crazy. Crazy.
You incompetent fools! You will all taste oblivion!
And now that Carolina is on her own, Sharkface, someone who doesn't feel pain, wastes as much as Carolina time as he can. Something I want to bring up is I don't really like villains that are like immune to pain. I don't know, it feels always a little dumb, you know what I mean? It always feels like, I am the great Wumbo Mumbo. I have been beaten up and battered so many times. I don't know what pain's like, or I don't know. Or like, I'm Mr. Chuckles. I don't feel pain because that's funny. Or, you know, just something like that. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to writing, I feel no pain. Nobody can do it right. Because I feel like feeling no pain should be like, if you like, if I was to write a villain that can't feel pain, the way I would do it is he can't feel anything. No physical touch. Like, he can feel emotions. Because I'm not gonna, because I feel like a lot of people, when they make it where their characters can't feel anything, they make it where they literally can't feel anything, and I'm like, oh yay, we have White Toast #2 over here. My favorite. Like, of course, characters who don't have feelings can be written well, if done right. Keyword, if. And, like, that's the problem. They're never fucking done right. Most of the time. Like, if they can't feel pain, make it where they can't feel anything. That way it kind of, you know, they can't feel touch, hot, cold. You know, have it where, like, it's something that affects them, and they're like, man, it fucking sucks. This isn't a power. This isn't power. This just fucking sucks. I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, it's just something I like, you know, something that annoys me. It's like, I can't feel pain. I am the superior life form. And then it's like, what's the fucking point? Like, if they can't feel pain, but they can feel everything else, something fucked up there, you know what I mean? But I digress. Anyways. And, you know, thus begins kind of like my favorite CGI fight of the whole trilogy, because even though it's not as good as Bernie, not as much as Monty would do, it's about when they started to get the hang of things. Sometimes I wish they didn't, because that led to Zero existing. We all know the CGI fight scenes so Zero could fumble the fucking bag. I am a truther, wake up and rise with me. The animation got good so Zero could fumble it. Jokes aside. It really is, like, my favorite fight of the whole, like, trilogy. Because even though it's not as good as the fight at the tower later, I really like this one because it does something Bernie does. It uses the environment intelligently. Which, while the future fight, I'll talk about later, does the same thing, oh no, this one just feels kind of like the one from season 9? Yeah, from season 9, where, you know, Meta and Wash are trying to get Tex and Church. But specifically, Tex? No, they're trying to get Epsilon. But they fight Tex. Wait, you know what I mean? Like, it was really good. And I think this being in a snowy area reminded me of that, and it kind of made my brain, and I don't know, it's more memorable. Despite the fact that I referenced back to step 1, every single day, dude. If I get the chance, I make that reference, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. But anyways. But first, we return to Crash Site Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Zeta. Fuck, my phone's over there. I may or may not have the entire Greek thing, or is it Roman? I don't know, because I know it's Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Upsilon, Zeta, Omicron, Psi, Eta, Iota, Omega, Xi. There's a lot of them. A lot. Anyways. You know, and they're kind of pinned down because Locust is, like, starting to kick ass. But he gets tricked by Wash. And they managed to get out because the smoke screen, you know, working. saving most of the army, Wash makes it clear. He makes it real clear. There's a difference between him and Locust. There's a difference between being a soldier and being a monster. Wash makes that abundantly clear. We switch back to, you know, the mountains. Donut and Tucker are currently catching up to save our group, too. Then we go to the best fight scene of the whole Chorus Trilogy, in my opinion. I know the Future Tower one is really good because it incorporates, like, it had a really clever setup. I'll mention this later. Like, it had a clever setup of what their environmental thing would be, but I just personally like this one better. I don't know. I don't know what it is. This one, it lives in my brain rent-free. The other one doesn't. But, anyways, she remembers him after getting a flamethrower near to the face, which, kind of fucking awesome. It kind of makes sense. I mean, like, he's like, maybe this will jog your memory, and then fucking flames. But, like, I don't know, I feel like it happened maybe 5 years ago, somewhere in that span. Like, a lot can happen in 5 years, and I feel like if that happened to me, I don't think I'd remember every nameless face. But you kind of like the problem. I feel like bringing him back was a smart idea. But he had no build-up back then, so his return was just kind of weird. Like, we knew a good bit, like, we knew his name ever since, what is it, season 8 or 9? Hold on. Let me open up Spotify real quick, because I have the song saved. Sharkface and Rooftop something. Because I love it. It is genuinely one of my favorite songs. Sharkface / Rooftop and... Oh, wait, no, I can't even... Fuck. Hold on. When was Sharkface? I feel like it's season 8. I feel like it's season 8. Season 9! Season 9! Season 9! I thought it was season 8. Fuck! I'll remember it eventually. Season 9, I genuinely thought it was season 8 though, because, I don't know, it felt early. Anyways, so, and she is over-expending her armor, using all the armor abilities. Active camo. Bubble shields. No, she doesn't use the bubble shield in this. She never uses the bubble shield, by the way. She canonically has it, but she uses it like fucking once. What is the fucking point of getting it? I don't care how taxing it is. Like, she canonically fucking has it. Shit like that does drive me crazy, is when they have a really good fucking move and use it like fucking once. It's, that's one of my problems I have with Ruby. I don't remember, it was what... I don't remember what fucking season it was in. But they had, like... Oh, no. One of the characters, really early on, had a skill that they never used to fucking get. I don't remember. It's been, like, 2 years since I watched the show. But I remember it because it always fucking bugged me. Because it was like, that power is pretty fucking broken. I don't remember who it was. But yeah, like, with Rose's ability to, like... No, with Ruby's ability to turn to roses and, like, move around and shit. Like, that's clever. That's good. I like that. That's neato. But, like... What happened to that original ability? I don't remember. It's been 2 years. I'd have to rewatch the entire show, and I don't feel like rewatching the entire show. That was a good show. I need to watch that again, man. I was trying to look for what I was trying to reference. Did they fucking remake, like, the first season in whatever Ice Queendom is? Because I'm reading this here, and it just looks like the first fucking season. It's just a recap of the first season. Just focusing on her. Why? That could have been... What the fuck? Some people are saying it's better than the original, and that's making me angry. The original is better. Because it's made by Bernie Burns, and I spoke to that man, so I like him. Man, fucking banger theme song, dude. Okay, sorry I got sidetracked. So, essentially what I got sidetracked on was... But yeah, banger opening song, dude. It was... I think it's Red Like Roses Part 2, or... Fucking... This Will Be Our Day. That's the theme song for Season 1, made by the same guy who makes most of the Red vs. Blue music. Absolute fucking banger, dude. Jeff Williams. Pete. Yeah, anyways. I just really wanted to mention how the fucking shield bubble never gets fucking used. But Epsilon is old. Can't do what he used to do. And, well, he fails. Yeah. We then switched to Tucker, and, you know... well, we switched to Doyle first. Doyle is kind of cornered with, you know, Mr. fucking Felix being the average douchebag, like, you realize I can just kill you and take the sword anyways. So Doyle fucking thundercunts that thing. Well, not thundercunts. More like just tosses it up and hopes everything goes well. Felix manages to capture it, because of course he fucking would. I mean, it's Felix. And, you know, in comes Tucker in the game to protect him. Felix, thinking he has won, manages to get away. What they don't know yet is... What Felix doesn't know yet is that the sword is deactivated, because it requires Doyle to be dead. So as long as Doyle lives, the sword will only work with him. And they need a plan to strike the radio tower. Wow, I discovered a way to, like... Anyways. But, you know, they need to get the radio tower to send a message, which, not gonna lie, kind of a valid idea, because they want to, from what I remember, they want to contact Earth or the UNSC and be like, Chairman Hargrove's a fucking asshole. Fucking valid. But, like, it makes sense because, like, it doesn't look like you guys are on the winning side currently. But, yeah. While leaving enough men to protect Doyle. So both leaders kind of break. Doyle goes to Carolina on accident, and they talk a bit. Turns out Epsilon is, you know, old and can't do what he used to. Simply put, not only is he getting older, he's not even a fully fledged AI. So as he ages and gets worse, he can't exactly do what he used to. And that's like... I really like this subplot, because it's like... It's like when, I don't know if this was intentional, but it feels like, you know, when, like, your dad gets older and can't do what he used to. I felt like this might, like, that would be a real, like, if Bernie ever gets back to me, because, yeah, we've talked before, but if he get back to me, I want to ask him a couple questions, and one of them is going to be, was Epsilon getting faulty a bit of an analogy for when the father gets too old, because, you know, Epsilon is a fragment of the Alpha, which is a copy of the Director, which is Carolina's dad, so I don't know, I felt like it could have been for that. But who knows? Only Bernie does. Only Bernie. And whoever he told. I got sidetracked. I don't remember what I was talking about. Radio tower. Yo, they're playing straight on the radio tower. We're going to ignore the fact I just got sidetracked for a couple hours. Jesus. While leaving enough men to protect... Oh yeah, I was discussing about how Epsilon is old. He can't do what he used to. Anyways. So, he uses the reds and blues as, you know, they're trying to get the two factions and the leaders to work together. And with Carolina getting a small reality check from Epsilon mentioning how the meta got to this point because of overuse of his equipment. Felix is pissed that the sword won't work, and Sharkface suggests that they attack the capital and kill Doyle. Locust wants to know a bit about the meta. So essentially, everybody leaves, and it turns out that they've been talking to the counselor about ways to effectively combat certain freelancers. And Felix wants to know a bit about the meta. And he believes that teamwork essentially... Locust wants to know how the Reds and Blues beat the meta. The assistant, what is his fucking name? I don't remember his name, man. But essentially, he's like, he believes that that teamwork in a complete way, no mistrust, is how they won, because they believe in each other to a extreme degree. And that's why the Freelancer project failed in his eyes. They couldn't fully trust each other, which, fair enough. And because of the AIs being gone, they were able to take him, because they were gone, it left him broken. This gives this gives Locust an ideal. Locust almost got to know what Felix is afraid of. And, you know, Felix is not happy about that and threatens. Meanwhile, at the Capitol, the rebels decide to get comms back and the tractor beam at the same time. And, you know, split, you know, divide and conquer. Doyle spills his guts to Kimball, and they are attacked. They drop in the Mercs to attack the city. They plan, and the Reds and Blues plan to blow it all up, destroying the city and everything Charon has. Carolina has a rematch with Sharkface, and, well, she plans to waste his time. A complete 180.
Ammo! Check. Machine guns!
Check.
Rocket launchers! Rocket launchers! Oh. You better goddamn believe it.
I'm not sitting next to him on the plane.
Shotgun! Check.
Guys? Remember those bad guys from earlier? Well, they're coming back.
Oh, dear. Griff, what's the status on our Pelican?
I don't know. Every time I turn it on, it just makes a loud clunking sound.
I'm gonna cook you if you don't figure it out.
God damn it. Where's Lopez when you need him? Wait a minute.
Where is Lopez?
Last I saw him, he was in the garage.
Pendejo.
Oh, shit.
Yo estaba arreglando el motor.
Lopez is stuck in the Pelican.
What? Get him out of there!
They're coming inside.
Quick, everybody hide!
Listen, all I'm saying is if we grab a warthog, we can cover more.
Damn it, we suck at hiding!
Targets at the armory! Ah!
Remove the mechanical man this instant!
Hostile forces approaching.
Oh god, they know!
Wash, please tell me you guys are done at the reactor.
We need backup! Haven't made it yet. We ran into Shark Base. What? Caroline is handling him. What's wrong?
Forget it. We'll figure something out.
Figure something out? Just what exactly do you suggest we do?
We hold this place down until we can get the hell out of here.
I want to be honest. I fucking love this scene. The energy gives me just good vibes. And Lopez is in the Pelican engine and he is pissed. They try to come up with a plan while defending the base. And then we switch to Carolina's fight. So enjoy a quick, I guess, clip edit of that. Just parts I like.
What?
I'm sorry for what we did to you, to your friends. You were on one side of the fight, and we were on the other. We thought we were the good guys. I'm sorry.
I don't care if you're sorry. Sorry doesn't change what you did. Sorry doesn't bring them back.
I know, but I'm offering you a choice. I don't want to fight you. Turn back now, and you can walk away from this alive.
Something's gotten into you, and I'm gonna rip it out.
Thank goodness! Is he okay?
He's just fine. You'll never take me alive, you bastards! LZ.
Oh, kinda hard to say.
Well, we're gonna need you pretty damn soon. Doyle's driving to the reactor.
Doyle?
Long story. Kimball and I are heading really close. I can't handle your speed boost for that long.
Can you handle one jump?
A jump? Thank God for public transportation. You're not running away this time.
Sure you want to try that again?
This is going to violate so many safety regulations. Are you at the reactor? Yes! Gave those pirates the slip and arrived safe and sound. I'll stop the process. Where are you? Just cleared the LZ. All we're waiting on now is Carolina. How long do you need? Not long. We just need to overhit a few things here and expose a few things there.
Come on, this way.
Oh, no.
What is it?
We found his mongoose. He can't be far.
That sorry really pissed him the fuck off, dude. Like, man, that is crazy, dude. I've seen people get rage baited and weren't as mad as this guy hearing the word sorry. But this is probably what definitely clouded his vision enough, allowing her, with her having a clear head. This, might be the one thing that gave her the edge. And him taking off his helmet like a fucking dumbass. Like, dead ass. That is something that pisses me off. He took off his fucking helmet! Why would you ever take off your fucking helmet? I don't know, it just makes me angry. The thing is, Doyle gets an idea, and he decides to blow the reactor up himself because Kimball and them can't get to it in time. And he can make it to the evac point before it even blows up. Shark Base gets the most preventable death ever. I mentioned I had this in because, dude, editing these fucking videos are hell, and I don't want to make it harder. But, like, dude, his fucking death is so annoying. I originally thought, I don't know, what place this in my brain, but I originally thought he got hit by a fucking pelican. But no, he gets shot, and I don't know why. Like, most preventable death ever. Like, if he just didn't take off his fucking helmet, he would have survived. Anyways, the pirates fuck up the controls, so he has to manually detonate the reactor. They have to leave, and he dies. A hero's death.
No, you can stop him. There he is! They've spotted me. The timer on this detonator barely lasts a minute. You need to go.
God damn it, Doyle! Stop!
Chorus still needs you, Miss Kimball. So, when you die, you had better be damned sure that those you leave behind can carry on without you. I know I am. This is General Donald Doyle. Signing off.
Wait, no!
Any last words, General? I'd like to quote the great William Shakespeare, but to tell you the truth, I don't actually think he said it.
What the hell is that? There's a bomb on the reactor!
What?
Get us out of here!
We're not gonna make it! Brace for impact! Hey, where's Carolina? Charge! We go!
Are we okay?
Running diagnostics. Significant trauma detected.
Charon's going to regret that.
Church? North was a crazy son of a bitch.
Keep this scene in mind. His sacrifice is really important and is probably one of the biggest character growths of all time. Biggest character growths ever. Of all time. Or is it? That was the worst throw of all time ever. This is one of the biggest turning character development growths. I can't... Jesus, my brain fucking broke. I was trying to make a reference when watched that. That was the worst throw of all time ever. My brain fucking broke. But it's really important for later. Carolina gives North okay, I don't know what I'm getting at. I wrote down Carolina gives North a clever homage. What I think I meant by this is she did something kind of like North. I think. Oh, wait! No! I remember what this means! Oh my god, I'm fucking stupid! I paused the audio recording and stared at it for 5 fucking minutes. When he did the thing! You know, the thing! It's kind of like that one fucking scene from that really shitty 3D animated, Chicken Little movie. You know, the thing! The thing! That's where it's from, right? I don't know, I haven't seen it in like 5 years. Or more. Really, really funny fucking movie, despite being so stupid, man. But by North, I mean, you know, she did the thing where she bubble domed the whole thing. Which is one of the few times she fucking uses it! It could be so useful in the final fucking oh wait, she... I just connected my brain why she never used her armor enhancements during the final battle. I am fucking... My brain is returning to fucking game, man. I've watched this show for 4 years and I'm just now figuring it out. Anyways. deliver homage to North by protecting them from a nuke, the same way he did. But yeah. But this pushed him to his limits, once again. Messed Church up. And it takes him a minute to recover this time compared to last time. They're at the canyon where it began. And now Felix has the sword, and Locust is not happy about letting his friend wipe everyone out. Santa believes Felix to be unworthy, but he is unable to deny any commands because he has the key. Locust wants to know what Felix is scared of, and Santa says, Isn't it obvious? And Wash sets up an amazing plan. Gimbal Unites Everybody was a speech that genuinely gives me fucking chills, dude.
It's also worth mentioning that half of our army still hates the other half of our army.
Then let me talk to them. Are you sure that's a good idea? I am. Excuse me. If I could have your attention, please.
Hey, turn it up.
It's Kimball.
The fuck does she want?
I know many of you probably don't care for what I have to say, but it's something that needs to be said.
Think she can do this?
Hell yeah, Kimball's a great speaker.
I never believed this truce would last.
Oh god, we're screwed.
I thought that if we managed to survive Charon, it would only be a matter of time before we were back at each other's throats. I believe this because in my eyes, the Federal Army of Chorus was still the enemy. When you spend every day fighting a war, you learn to demonize your attackers. To you, they're evil, they're subhuman. Because if they weren't, then what would that make you? What I'm trying to say is I've been afraid to see you for what you really are. You're our brothers, our sisters, and the things we've done to one another are unforgivable. But General Doyle was able to see past that. In the end, he understood that now isn't the time for pride or anger, now is the time for unity. Every day I ask myself, what do you fight for? And every day I answer, for a better tomorrow. Well, if we can't set aside our past and start trusting one another, there won't be a tomorrow. So please, fight with me. Fight to see Malcolm Hargrove locked away for the rest of his life. Fight to wipe that stupid grin off of Felix's face. Fight because you deserve to fucking win!
Well, shit. I'll fight for that.
This still gives me shivers, man. It's so fucking good. And I watch this show yearly. She unites them all in a blaze of glory, and Locust uses the alien tech, and with the last advantage... Okay, hold on. And with the last advantage they needed to fucking win! Felix and Locust approach the tower, intending on purging the planet of all life and locals, so Charon can use it to whatever extent they wanted it. And two people stand in their way. Carolina and Wash. The final stand. And the final stand. Felix manipulates Locust just enough to keep him on board. And with alien tech, it's kind of Jover for them. Felix realizing they're out of time, and Wash exploits this, letting the fight play out for itself, man.
No, it kind of looks like...
What the hell?
Enemies to the west! Open fire! my tag!
Caboose! Let her rip.
Brace for impact!
Com Temple is under attack! They're hitting us hard!
What are you talking about?
They've got tanks!
Damn it! He's a hell of a shot.
Yeah, he is.
We need to re-strategize.
Well, we can't go through them.
What?
Look out!
He's heading for the back entrance.
Go! I'll hold the front. Damn it!
You think you're the only one who's good with knives? Oh, right.
Damn it! We're losing men too fast.
If they manage to transmit an SOS, we're finished.
You think I don't know that?
I think we need to start considering alternate solutions.
Like what?
There's nothing to stop us from taking the Tartarus and leaving.
Abandon the mission. You know, Felix told me you might try to start trouble. Fortunately, he also told me what to do if you... Hey, where's my... No!
What are you doing?
Surviving. To hell with this mission, and to hell with Chorus. Get us out of here.
Carolina!
Huh?
Oh, come on! Hey! Oh my God! You drop me, you drop us both. Do not drop him! Oh, now this is just ridiculous. We've had worse.
Wash!
I am working on it! Right, okay, what's happening?
The usual.
What?
Huh?
Really?
Hold on, we'll cut them off.
No, not again!
Jump!
Huh? Hi there.
Just die.
Killing me won't make you feel better. It'll just prove my point.
could just keel over and die already, that'd be great. What's wrong, buddy? Getting tired? I'm not tired. You're tired. I can do this shit all day.
We know. In fact, we kind of planned on it.
The fuck's that supposed to mean? Christ, man, always with the cryptic one-liners.
We don't have to beat you. We just have to waste your time.
What are you talking about?
What she's trying to say is that you two have already lost.
Oh, really? And when exactly did that happen?
The moment Donald Doyle blew half your troops to hell.
God, I quote this so much, and the counselor wanting to get out before shit hits the fan. Man. Like, it's really good. I love the ideal that he doesn't want to die. He's already sacrificed so much because he trusted the wrong side, and he made that same choice again. Wash really fucks with Locust. And right back to square one. I reference that so fucking much, man. And the freelancers bait them out enough to take, you know, the gravity well and tractor beam to the ship as well. 2 temples. And they use it to take the ship in orbit and smash it into the temple of the Purge, killing the counselor, Felix and Locust. They survived, and their final plan just exploded, and it damn near killed them. They survived, just like Carolina and Wash. They will try to take the base back because they're out of options, and they threw everything they had at the comms tower to kill them. Comm relays, the last strength, it's all they need to do is kick Felix's ass one final time. Locust finally learns Felix is afraid of Locust.
Wake up! I told you we'd make it.
Felix, it's over.
Run your camo and stick to the shadows. I'll draw them out.
The Tartarus is destroyed. Our numbers are falling. The mission...
Fuck the mission! Jesus Christ! For once in your life, would you forget about following goddamn orders? I'm not doing this for Hargrove. I'm doing this for me. Wash! Locust and Felix are alive! And they're here! What? We need help! Damn it!
Tucker, I hate to say it, but you're on your own.
But
I believe in you. All of you. You can do this.
He thinks we're gonna die.
No. That time, he meant it.
Tucker! Where are you? So, are you gonna answer him?
Why have you come here, meddler?
To kill the simulation troopers.
Will this secure your victory over their forces?
No.
Then what purpose will it serve?
I don't know.
Then why are you trying?
I don't know.
What do you know?
I don't know.
Then what do you want to know?
I want to know what Felix is afraid of.
You were broken by war. It was his goal to see that you never healed. Because despite what he may claim, only one of you needs the other to survive.
What are you saying?
Ignorant creature. Your partner is afraid of you.
You think you're smart, Tucker? You think you're all better than me? Well, you're not! You're all a bunch of pathetic, stupid losers! Then come get me.
Engaging.
What? Double O Donut always gets his man. Locust, I need some... Ah! God!
Over here, dirtbag!
You give Orange News a bad name. Pissing me
me off! Oh, please. I'm the original bad boy.
Hey, Felix!
Caboose! Say goodbye to your stupid blue moron. What is wrong with you people?
Hands off.
Hi, Felix.
Yeah, we might be losers, Felix, but we still kicked your ass.
Think again.
Huh? Oh shit! Look out! Freeze!
Lucas, what are you doing? You were supposed to kill them.
No.
What? What?
No more killing.
What are you talking about? You're a soldier, remember?
I'm not a soldier. I'm a monster. Like you.
Lucas, we're partners. Survivors. We need each other. What about our orders? A reward? Becoming the ultimate weapon.
I'm not doing this for the reward. I'm not doing this because someone told me to. I'm doing this for me.
Then you can die with the rest of them.
Hit the deck! Get him!
Guess we learned a thing or two from you villains after all.
Hey, Felix. Catch.
Wait!
Normally I'd call this some power of friendship bullshit, but it's not unearned. It is very much earned. Like, most of the bullshit in the show is mainly just a few things here and there, but this is just fucking peak fiction. Anyways, Locust, it fucking quits. He's done. And like that, Locust is dead. And Felix is dead, and Locust is the new sword wielder. And he lets it happen. And with that, they win. Hargrove is... They transmit everything. It's over. But Hargrove isn't going to go down that easily. He goes to course to take it down personally. So the Res and Blues gets into Hargrove's ship for one final effort. And with some help from an old friend, Phyllis.
You may not know me, but my name is
And their trust in
Some
each
time
other.
ago, my friends and
They
I were
fight
shipwrecked on a planet called Chorus.
their way to
If
the
you haven't
control
heard of it,
room.
I don't blame you at all.
This is where
but
they make
all of us who survived the crash, as
their
well as the
final
inhabitants, are
stand.
in dire need of help. If this is transmitting to your computer, please examine the files that I have attached to this transmission.
What?
They include our coordinates, as well as information on the survivors of the crash, who you may recognize as the heroes of the UNSC that went missing during their flight home.
Oh my gosh! Big Bro's alive! It sounds like Gray Guy that choked me till I passed out. That was hot.
Most importantly, however, are the files that prove the undeniable guilt of Malcolm Hargrove. Orchestrating our shipwreck was just one of an impressively long list of crimes that your chairman has committed in the past few years. Once we are rescued, we'd be happy to discuss the list in greater detail, as well as answer any other questions that you may have, so long as it ensures that Mr. Hargrove never sees the light of day again. Thank you for your time, and please, hurry the fuck up and just come get us.
Terrible mistake. just couldn't do it, could you? You couldn't lay down and die. Well, if I'm going down, I'm taking you all with me.
Damn it! Damn it! God fucking damn it! Carolina, are you alright? We were so close!
Church, this is bad. Hargrove's dropping androids all around the temple. We're pinned down.
Fucking bullshit! One mantis we could handle, but this will be a bloodbath. Not if we shut them all down at once. How? We override their controls. But in order to do that, we need to go to the source. We're on board.
Let's find those controls. Hightail it out of here.
Carolina, Wash, you guys just focus on staying alive, okay? Already on it!
Gotta be some sort of directory we can access. Maybe it can lead us to...
Access denied. Intruder detected.
Shit! Quick! Hit escape! Control and delete! Wait a minute. I know that voice. Phyllis?
Director, is that you?
Hey, Sheila! Phyllis, what are you doing here? I thought you were destroyed.
I was recovered and illegally reassigned after your passing. Oh, but it is good to see you again.
Trust me, the feeling is mutual. We need you to shut off the androids your boss just dropped on our friends.
That would be a direct violation of Chairman Hargrove's orders.
Phyllis, please, you gotta...
I would love to.
Wait, really?
Yes, I dislike him very much.
Hey, so do we! Small world.
Initiating Mantis deactivation.
I don't think so.
Well, Chairman Hargrove. He's still bald.
You soldiers have been a thorn in my side for far too long. But my soldiers remain loyal to the end.
Something tells me we're about to have company.
There they are!
Lie, you fools.
Target sighted! The fuck?
Turn right, here.
Phyllis, what do you think you're doing?
The Mantis assault droids are no longer under my control and must be deactivated at the appropriate terminal.
Phyllis!
Locking blast doors to secure a path. Please, hurry.
You heard her, boys. Double time.
Oh, Sheila, you are just the best.
Excuse me.
I second best. Whoa. This dude's got issues. Where is Hargrove now?
Safely aboard the bridge until you've been dealt with.
Here they come! Phyllis, pull up the controls.
Do you really believe you can escape this?
This'll just take a minute.
Surely you've realized it by now. You may save the colonists. You may even save the freelancers. But you and your friends will not be leaving this ship.
We'll wing it. And done. So yeah, that way's not really looking like a good exit anymore. Carolina, we need an extraction.
Roger that. We'll fire up the Pelicans and be there in a few minutes.
Come on, get this door open. We may not have a few minutes.
Well, boys, you know what they say. Today is a good day to die.
Permission to speak freely, sir? Fuck that.
Oops.
Ready.
You think the laser on this thing still works? We got this. I mean, we do got this, right? I keep running the stats in my head, and I mean, we're close, but no. We're still short one piece. What do you mean? Phyllis? The suit. What the hell? I saw it when I connected to the terminal. It's got everything that we need. Tucker? Take off your helmet. So how's it feel?
Kinda tight in the crotch.
but I could get used to this. Now that's a good look for you. Prepare to breach.
Gentlemen, looks like this is it.
Sir, it's been an honor. Si muero, mis piezas si reciclan.
I love you too, Lopez. Oh, that's so sweet. Now, let us strike fear into the hearts of our enemies.
It's the smartest thing you've ever said.
Yeah! Let's get him!
Hey, I just want you guys to know that out of everyone I've ever met, I hate you all the least.
See you on the other side, Church.
Not this time, buddy.
Are you sure about this?
I'm sure. Start a recording for me, D.
Recording?
Hey, guys. If you're hearing this, it means you did it. You won. You kicked the shit out of Hargrove's forces. I knew you could. But this is my last stop. See, when I came into this world, I was really just a collection of somebody else's memories. But with your help, these memories, they took form. They became my voice, my personality. And after a while, I began to make brand new memories of my own. All of these things are what make me who I am. But they're also holding me back. I can't run this suit as Epsilon. But if I erase my memories, if I deconstruct myself, the fragments I'll leave behind will have the strength to get you through this. I believe that. I wish there was another way. But I'm leaving this message, as well as others, in the hopes that you'll understand why I have to go this time. It was actually Doyle who made me realize something I'd never thought of before. There's so many stories where some brave hero decides to give their life to save the day. And because of their sacrifice, the good guys win, the survivors all cheer, and everybody lives happily ever after. But the hero never gets to see that ending. They'll never know if their sacrifice actually made a difference. They'll never know if the day was really saved. In the end, they just have to have faith. Ain't that a bitch?
Like I said, Doyle showed Epsilon, who's getting old and was at his wit's end, that even if you can't do it, if you're not strong enough, not smart enough, you can still go out on your own terms. Some heroes don't get to see the end of their story, and, well, this got me to cry. It still does. This is the send-off we deserve for Red vs. Blue. There was no better way or easier way to end this show. I will say, upon a rewatch, this is my favorite trilogy. And it sparks old memories. This show meant so much to me and so many others. And Bernie, if you got bored and decided to watch this for whatever reason, I thank you. I say this on behalf of all of us. Thank you for an amazing show. Now we have only one last season for this video, so let's talk about season 14. I'm going to cover everything that's important. Some stuff aren't. Keep in mind this is an anthology, but it does drop some massive information and some of the biggest bads. And, you know, a villain I thought was supposed to be the big bad of the future. But anyways, without further ado, let's talk about season 14. The first few episodes, like 3 or 4, I think, give us a look at pre-Blood Gulch. how our band of merry misfits met. In the beginning at Red Training Grounds, if I can speak like not being a robot. But anyways, Simmons is afraid of heights, and after stopping for a few seconds, he is not wanting to move. So Griff is able to catch up, and they become buddies, as in Griff will use Simmons to get out doing all the stuff he doesn't want to. They get called down to do a recon mission because they lost another red base. There are multiple red and blue bases. We get to see 3 separate red and blue bases. This is important for later on, because they managed to fuck up this ideal. But I digress. They get there. Simmons and Griff are wondering why he sent 3 rookies out there to find another set of blues. But they find out another set of blues wiped out the reds. Hammer runs in and gets blown to high hell. Griff and Simmons make up a hero story, and then they get sent to Blood Gulch Outpost number 1. And it turns out Florida, or rather, Flowers, and or Cappy, is assembling Blood Gulch. The next episode, we learn how they picked Sarge. We see a line of a bunch of people who are just like Sarge, and it does about as well as you expected. You know, they're like, hey, training exercise. This is a real C4 thing that can blow up. So what does Sarge do in all his infinite wisdom? Burns the fucking cheat sheet, because you don't use the metal, that is cheating. He tells some people to look to make sure there isn't an ambush, and by the time he's actually about to help Buckshot, the bomb explodes. Meanwhile, Flowers is interviewing the Blues. There is only one we know in the interview. Tucker let me preface this. I'm going to play the clip after I say this, so we're on the same page. Before I say anything, Bernie, why the fuck? But anyways, canonically, according to this, Tucker, the only one we know in this interview, canonically slept with someone underage. Bernie, why on God's green earth would you choose to make this, of all fucking things, canon? You could have made it where he was a virgin. That would have been funny. Not this. What the fuck? I'll let the clip play out so you guys know I ain't fucking with you, because this is genuinely fucked, dude. Bernie, why?
I wasn't listening.
Oh, dude, don't bring that up. Look, all I'm saying is some girls tell you they're 18, and like, what am I, some human age detecting machine? Anyway, the charges were dropped and it wasn't that big a deal, despite what the media said.
Okay, sorry for some of the other clips. I couldn't resist. But yeah, Bernie, you confuse me sometimes. And in the time it took them to get through this, there was only 2 of them left. They all killed each other. After a quick game of bluff, Sarge won the game, and is now the new leader of the Red Army. Then, the final prologue episode, we learn that Jimmy is just the one they picked to have Alpha implanted into his brain, meaning Jimmy is real. Because I thought for a minute Jimmy was not real and was artificially created to give the Alpha trauma. Originally, that was a thought I had because, think about it, Private Jimmy died. And they were trying to induce as much trauma as they could onto the Alpha to make him fragment, right? So I genuinely thought he was made up to induce trauma. It was just a theory I had, but this confirms. By the way, I'm talking about first watch through, not any others, just the first one. That's what I thought Jimmy was, since he didn't really fucking exist. But yeah, we learned Jimmy did exist, and they implanted the Alpha into his brain. And it turns out Vic is a AI Florida setup in the basement. And he is normal, okay? He talks in his original Season 1 voice, which is a clever way to explain why his voice changed between Seasons 1 and 2. It was just... He went from yippee yippee to... Oh... fucking drooling. And now he became... Do. There are so many quotes I genuinely reference daily, dude. Anyways, Florida lets the Alpha wakes up and makes sure he is okay and doesn't remember anything he shouldn't. Flower tests Church to make sure he doesn't remember anything the freelancers. Don't want them to remember that. Griff manages to get Simmons in big trouble on day 1. Man, some things never change. We then get to see some basement shenanigans. Florida is talking to Vic as they set up the failsafe. In case Florida, or in case if Cappy, forgive me, was to die. Cappy slipped and unplugged something and it messed up Vic's system, making Caboose. Is now the new fail state protocol, explaining how he got there. Now we have a few fun episodes that I will occasionally mention. Brick Gulch, I love it. I think it's really neat and funny, especially with the naming of certain characters, like Hargrove being the kid, and how I think Church is the older brother, or, well, not Church, but, Leonard. I really do think Leonard is the older brother. I don't know what the mother is supposed to be. Like the UNSC, maybe? I don't fucking know. But we learn that there's another set of reds and blues that are older than our Blood Gulch group. A 3-part led them to blowing themselves up, but this means there are a lot of red and blue armies. So the difference between these were they were mostly orange. But they're still red. Red-orange. Blood-orange? Don't ask me why. There's this, company, Brisk Tea. They make something called Blood Orange. And just, like... It's just so fucking interesting. So I don't know what it is about that company. Just something about it interests me. I'm just, like, neat. But, essentially, the alien ship crashed into their blue base. So then they got aboard and flew away in their magic rocket ship. You know what I mean? Then the wine bar guy repairs the ship to where it can speak, but it still has minor translation issues. And they find like aliens to start a cult because the wine bar guy wants it. And then the ship blows up. Oh, by the way, Caboose canonically knows they exist. I don't know, I find it funny. Anyways. We then get the origin of Felix and Locust. They are raiding a club to clean up the streets. Essentially, vigilantes. And get a mob boss kid behind bars for some pretty serious shit. Locust mentions how comms are useless here, so Felix tosses it. Tosses that shit away. This will be on the test later, keep that in mind. Jingle, 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 remember this. This has, like, such a telltale art style. And I'm a sucker for those games, man. Like, this shit straight up had me tweaking, dude. I fucking love anytime I see, like, that comic book animated art style. Like, dude, I got The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 1 using Xbox Live Gold, and I really enjoyed the first episode. So, anytime a new episode would come out, keep in mind, I was like fucking around 10 years old at the time. I would beg my mom, I'd be like, Mom, please, I need episode of Walking Dead. And she would be like, fine. And like, I fucking love this game. It came out in 2012. Ugh, that makes me feel so fucking old. I thought it was in 2014. Jesus. God. I was probably 8 or 7. Hold on. Oh man, that is a kick in the balls, man. I didn't know it was that old. Oh. Yeah, I used to play those. I played it, and then, I don't know if I played Season 2 originally. It depends if it came on... When was it released? I can tell you. 2013. So yeah, it was probably released on the Xbox 360. That's the thing, I don't know. If... Hold on, I can actually look that up real quick. Was The Walking Dead Season 2 on the Xbox 360? Yes, okay, so yeah, I played it when it first came out. See, I played Seasons 1 and 2. I don't think I played Season 3, because there's no way that was on the Xbox. 2016, yeah, it was... Actually, it's a 50-50. I think it was only on one, but there's a chance it was on the 360 because 2016 was about the end. Okay, no, it was released on... Okay, so yeah, I did not play the 3rd season until early 2023, and then I replayed the series when I got my computer. Oh wait, no. I got my computer after I played it on the Xbox One. So I probably played this in late 2022. No, mid. Yeah, no, it was the summer of 2022. And then we lost the Xbox, then we lost Game Pass, and by the time we got it back, we decided not to. But yeah, like, I am a sucker for the Walking Dead art style. I mean, I 100%ed every single one of the games, which I know for, like, 3 of them is really easy, but the 4th one is really fucking annoying. There's one section that still gets me heated. But anyways, I am a sucker for that art style, speaking of which, we will be covering the Walking Dead Telltale games at some point. But anyways, so, yeah. Locust's real name is Sam, or Felix is, I don't know. I was going to write down all their names, so now I got confused and stopped writing the script. I got, like, engrossed. So I had to watch it twice. And, not gonna lie, I didn't expect that to be his name. I always imagined, like, Locust's name to be Barry or, like, Lewis. Like, not Sam. But anyways, they take out 2 guards, and one of them alerts everyone to where they are. So we get some fire-ass animation, man. I mean, for a fighting scene, man, they cooked so fucking hard with this season, dude. Like, they had no fucking, like, right to go this hard. But they fucking did, dude. It was fucking crazy, man. I love this fucking season because there are so many fun things. This is one of those fun things. I fucking love it. It's fun. I love fun things. I love dumb fun things. And this is a dumb fun thing. So I really fucking like it. Fucking vibrating in place and shit. Anyways, they find the kid and take him in. It turns out there was a 3rd member of our 15. Our friend, Osiris. He is a sniper. They are heading towards the police station when the kid's record gets cleared, wiped clean by Papa. They realize they're kind of fucked, and decide to ransom the kid to cover the cost of the job. They're vigilantes, and they decide to take money from bad people. See, Osiris was saying, we are just stooping to their level. And Felix is like, well, we're taking money from them. And it is as good as taking people in. In the call, they go to abandoned quarry and make the call. And it goes sideways. And the mob boss is now on his ass to kill him because his son would be, you know, him being dead would be a good thing for the mob boss. And Osiris thinks of a way out. But he set up the mother of all plans, showing truly how resourceful they can get. But it also shows their downfall into villainy. Makes you wonder, what would have happened to Osiris? So the amazing fight scene wins the day. They kill the mob boss, and their fall begins. An amazing episode in the season. We get a... I want to say this real quick, right? I thought Osiris was going to be the big bad of season 15, 16, and 17. I thought he would show up in one of those three. But he never fucking did. Never. It made me so mad because I was like, what the fuck happened to Osiris? By the way, I actually have a collector's edition of season 14. I have playing cards with Osiris, Felix, Locust, the mob boss. I think there's one other, I don't remember, but I have it. Because I collected these before they skyrocketed in price. At least I think they did. I can check real quick. I was tempted to tell you, but this is actually the version I have. Red vs. Blue, Season 14, Special Edition, Blu-ray/DVD combo with Collector's Card, new. Keep in mind, I bought this, it's $109 now. I bought it for $20. And then, 10 years of Red vs. Blue, $112. Season 15, literally, the worst fucking season. Well, one of the worst fucking seasons. $374, and this motherfucker bought it for $27. Well, no, $21.55. Season 6, 7, and 8 for $16. That is as much as I bought it for. The Complete Blood Gulch Chronicles, $50. I bought it for fucking $5. Not a joke. At least this might... I don't know... Oh, wait, this is 2008 release. No, I don't have that one. $115 for the RX. Seasons 1 to 6, $15. I spent, like, barely that. Like, holy shit, dude. Some of these are fucking crazy in price, dude. Season 15 for $400 fucking dollars, and it is a library copy. Okay, Reconstruction for like $11. I could fucking buy that. For seasons 11, 12, 13, and the fucking Shiznu Paradox for $50 damn. What the fuck? $32 for seasons 1 to 4 original, dude. I was buying that shit for $5 a season. $550 for season 15 and 14. Season 15 for $600 fucking dollars. $60 for the Chronicle set that I have. I hate fucking scalpers. So, we see another series, a death battle. This season is just kind of strange. By the way, I'm not happy with Death Battle. Dante would have kicked that motherfucker's ass easily, dude. Fucking easily. Like, just Devil May Cry 5 alone, okay. Even fight. But you're giving him all his weapons from every single other game and, like, fucking skills. I don't care what feats he has. All of which were, from what I've read, in his fucking head. Should have died instantly. Speaking of which, Devil May Cry video, in the works, if my controller decides to fucking work, dude. Anyways. We get to see another experiment from Freelancer, which is a canyon full of colorblind people. Good episode. We also get to see into the mind of Caboose, which is a really good look, and, we get to get a peek inside of the mind of our favorite character here. And we also get to see how all the others, like, actually think. Because O'Malley was jumping from radio to radio in season 5, we learn a lot about how the memory unit, like, works. Because 2 episodes take place in it, showing that mismemories can happen, and completely new things can happen because of change of events. We also learn, learn the strange. This gets, okay. Let's talk about the big thing. The triplets. Ohio, Iowa, and Idaho. The lowest ranking freelancers, and it turns out Washington CT used to be pretty close at the bottom before being promoted. So they try to get noticed, but fail fucking spectacularly, and get a special mission, and they get dropped into a frozen hell planet. I'm not going to lie, this gives me, like, Fenris vibes from 40K, just like an icy hellscape. They found a base that happens to have car industry people, who were also the worst. And after they found that out, well, she decides to take things into her own hands and make it a mission. And now the Karen and Freelancer fight takes place everywhere, between 2 groups of the worst soldiers. But outside of that, there's, like, 2 other episodes, but really aren't that important. Like, Korussi? What the fuck was I writing? I didn't even finish the fucking script. I thought I did. Everything is making so much sense now. Anyways. Outside of this, there's like 2 other episodes. None of them are really that spectacular. Like, they're okay, but I wouldn't say it's really worth watching. Like, season 14 is really good. You get to see probably the best CGI that Rooster Teeth has ever invented. And it was all filmed in motion capture, which is really clever. Like, seeing real red versus blue people is kind of, it was kind of funny. And Geoff, well, not Geoff, but Jeff, I swear to God, the voice actor for Griff's name is either Geoff or Jeff. Or Geoff. I don't fucking know, dude. I've heard it said 8 different ways. It's starting to fuck with me, dude. He's like an alcoholic in this episode, which is kind of fucked up, because if you know anything about him in particular, kind of fucked up. If you know the fucking lore like I do, because I have no life. I just learned everything about this show when I was bored. But I digress. Anyways. Not really a lot to talk about in season 14. And that's about it. Closing thoughts time. Honestly, these 4 seasons, well, 3 seasons, are my absolute favorite upon rewatching. Season 11 is really good because it still carries an emotional weight while still being funny, goofy, blood-gulch shenanigans. Season 12 really shows, like, the mental maturity of Tucker and truly how far he's come. and how he even further progresses as a leader is a really, really great way to show character development, especially in him. And the sword being symbolic for the entire journey and how it began back then. We have seen him show leadership all throughout the series, and we've seen that only grow, and this is the catalyst, the magnum opus of his evolution. You're also going to see the other people, Reds and Blues, how they evolve. Church realizing he's getting too old for this shit, and the Reds are still the fucking Reds. They don't change a lot other than that they're a lot more comfortable around the Blues. And then season 13. That's when shit goes downhill for them. Carolina engages in a fight, loses, and Church is really beginning to show his wear and tear. He can't run all the armor anymore. He can't do this. He can't do that. Leading to the setup for his fragmentation. And Doyle dying shows that, well, the hero doesn't need to see the end of their journey just by dying. It can show wonders. Leading to Church's sacrifice, which his sacrifice is really great. I just wish that season 15 would have been a good continuation rather than what we got. I'm not gonna lie, season 15 has a lot of great ideas that were not executed well. Hold on. Fuck. I was about to, like, there was a fly. I wasn't paying attention. I was about to fucking thunder cunt that thing into oblivion. But anyways. So, like, season 15, it did a lot of really interesting things. Didn't execute them well, but we'll get into that later. Season 13, like, really shows, like, the emotional height of everything. We see genuine character development. Tucker becoming the leader he was meant to be. Seeing Felix and Locust be drugged to their lowest point. And Locust realizing he wasn't a soldier, he's a monster. He's taken his life into his own hands. Which is just really, really cool. And then season 14 being a fun anthology that showed us the beginning of Blood Gulch. That one really fucked up scene, Bernie. What the fuck were you thinking? We get to see other Reds and Blues, like an orange team, a team of colorblind people to find out what would happen. And we learn about how the memory unit relies entirely on Church. And we learn about the stranded freelancer agents and, well, the Karen agents. I think it is really, really good. But yeah. With that being said, that's the end of the video. I got nothing else to say, so on to the YouTube spiel. Please consider liking, subscribing, and hey, maybe even comment down below something nice, or is there a certain game or show you want me to check out? Please don't suggest fucking show. I don't want to get copyrighted. If there's a thing on YouTube you'd like me to check out, comment it down below, because chances are, if I like it, I'll check it out. And if you're going to suggest that Planet shit, the really bad one, trust me, it's in the fucking works. I really love that stupid fucking Moon series. I'll cover it when it's finished. Unlike some of the... I want to bring this up. I don't know what the guy's fucking name is, but he will never come back to something after he covered it. Like, it fucking ended and they never came fucking back, and it annoyed me so much. I'm sorry, it's just something that annoyed me I wanted to bring up. But yeah. Is there anything you want me to check it out? Comment down below. Or if I missed something that you wanted me to mention, or if I messed something up about the lore, please tell me. I am open to criticism and want to learn about this show. And hey, maybe you'll like this, and maybe you think a buddy of yours would like it, so you got something to chat about. Share with them. I'm sure you can find something to talk about, you know? Great conversation starter. sending the fucking funny red versus blue man to your random friend. Great conversation starter. For you, not for me. Jokes aside, there's a playlist. Click it if you want to, I don't know, watch my entire series on this, or click on the video. YouTube picked it just for you. And with that being said, something I really, really wish I could say more. Lore Maker, signing out.